Good evening, and welcome to Nihon Nights, a modern-day Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles set, prefecture of Chiba, Japan. Awakening for the night is Solomon of Clan Zamitsi, played by Nitro Taipat. Please do a rouse check to waken from your torpor slumber. Excellent. Daisy Moonchild of Clan Ravnos, played by Miss Hearts. Please do a rouse check to waken for the night ahead. You're getting hungry tonight. Marcelina of Clan Hakata, played by Larissa Ray. Please rouse to awaken for the night. You're getting hungry tonight. Slip of Clan Nosferatu, played by Vamp Daddy of his own stream. Please do a rouse check to arise from torpor. Excellent. Sato Rin of Clan Tremere, played by Softinomical. Rouse to waken from your torpor slumber. And last but not least, they do not have to rouse, but as Kenun, Gaki, Daybreakathon of their own stream. We begin tonight. Kenun, that's really loud in my friggin' ear. Kenun has brought Sato with him to a small local bar a few miles from the haven. Kenun has a small steaming cup of green tea before him, one of the few times Kenun can be in the company of his own peers. The small bar being but a front for small Gaki hub in Ogawa City. Kenun stares over his companion, taking a small delight in the Kinjin's discomfort being surrounded by Gaki. He rests his elbows on the table between them, joining his hands together, and rests his head on them as he looks at Sato-san. His eyes and jewel catch the light as he waits for just a moment, asserting his control over the conversation, and finally addresses his companion. Kenun?
Player froze up. Sorry about that. Otto. You wished to speak with me, did you not?
Yes, I did. It was... It was about the other night.
Yeah.
While I was keeping an eye on Elias, I was also listening to you speak to the other Gaki.
Yes. A lamentable affair, I must say.
I would say it actually made me a bit angry, listening to him talk.
Indeed?
I hate existing like I do. I told you that in the car, that I thought I was meant to be a Gaki. And I want to know if it's possible for a Western kindred to follow Dharma. Do you think it would do anything? Do you think it would change anything?
And what do you mean by that?
I don't know. Become more like the Gaki and less like this, and he just sort of gestures to himself.
And he just sort of looks at Sato for a long moment. Letting the silence draw out. It is not going to make you less you. To follow a dharma is to follow a way of life. Or unlife, as the case may be. It is a path of proper behavior.
So, since it's just a path, anyone can follow it if someone could teach them.
Perhaps.
Are you allowed to teach me?
Now that is a separate question. An interesting question indeed. One that I would need to defer to those more wise than I.
If you are allowed, would you?
That, again, is another interesting question. Perhaps. Perhaps not. I shall make this clear no matter what I decide, or regardless of my decision or regardless of the people above me, what they say. You do understand that if you were to walk this path and fail, if you were to commit yourself to this way of unliving, and then fall after having learned whatever I may teach, such a thing could not be undertaken lightly.
If I fail, I die.
Oh, more than that.
I figured that would be the case. And I don't know if I care. I want it. If I'm allowed to learn, I would dedicate myself.
And again,
Anything.
it's one thing to want to learn. Learning for the sake of learning is quite a commendable endeavor. But I cannot promise you escape, Bato Rin. Do you want to do what is right because it's right, or do you want to do what you think will get you out?
I want to do this right. I want to do my unlife right.
I suppose we shall have to see.
That's all I could ask.
A wiry man in an expensive black business suit grabs a nearby chair and pulls it up to the booth, choosing the head of the table to provide at least some distance from Kenun and the Kinjin. A steaming cup of green tea is placed before him almost instantly. The man takes the cup, and so he takes a deliberate sip, as if making a point of addressing his tea first, over the two sat before him. As he places the cup down, he tightens his tie, and finally turns his head to Kenun. Kenun, you've been with the invaders for some time now. I am prepared to receive your reports, but first, who is this?
This is one Sato Rin. One of the invaders, yes, but local.
Kinjin?
Yes,
Fascinating.
indeed.
A possible asset.
I believe so.
And keep him close.
Quite curious about our ways.
It is interesting the path that was chosen before him.
Indeed.
But still, what is your report of these Western invaders so far?
Kenun pauses for a moment, glances at Sato. They are an intriguing bunch. Very much as we expected.
Are they a potential threat or an annoyance?
I believe the best answer to that question is yes.
Will they be moving against us directly anytime soon?
To my knowledge, no. Not soon, at any rate, not directly. Although in their ignorance, they prey on many lanes.
And which of them, in your opinion, is the largest threat?
That depends.
Depends on what?
The one called Marcelina is very nearly a thrall of the Yama Kings already. The one called Elias. He spreads a poison in these lands. An ideological poison and nothing less.
That is the one that speaks of Zalot the Betrayer, correct?
Yes. That is the one who is clearly a devotee of Zalot the Traitor.
I understand. Thank you, Kenon. Sato-san, was it?
Yes.
Kiyoskete. And he'll give, a fairly shallow bow to each of you in turn. And wander off back into the crowd. Is there anything the two of you would like to talk about? Or would you like to just leave and head back to the Haven?
The minute he's out of sight, Sato is definitely gonna look at Kenun and, Elias?
Yes.
You put a lot... Well, okay.
He spreads an ideological poison through these lands. You yourself saw that he did not miss an opportunity to try to recruit more people underneath him.
I won't lie. It does worry me. Although is it wrong to say it worries me more that he seems to be in denial of the cult?
Not at all. Not at all. He is ignorant of the danger he poses, but the danger he poses is no less because of it. He and I shall have to have a word one of these nights.
I'd like to hear that when it happens.
I do indeed look forward to it.
I'm curious if you'll get through to him.
I doubt it.
He seems a bit hard-headed sometimes.
Indeed.
If not all the time.
But if nothing else, a conversation would allow me to ascertain how far the rot has spread.
I have one more question.
Ask it.
I know a lot more about the Gaki than most of the others, but there's still holes, obviously. I understand who the Yama Kings are. I understand what they do. But how is Marcelina? Is it her violence?
It hangs around her like a shroud. The influence of the Yama Kings. I doubt she knows it. Your people are very much ignorant of such things. But by my estimate, it's only a matter of time.
I can see that.
Now, shall we be off?
Yes, this was productive.
Indeed.
Kenun and Sato return to the temporary haven and find the rest of the coterie, even Daisy, sat in the main room. They are currently discussing approaches to the TID building. Slip is sat at one end of the table, his head down as he plays with a note, letting the others all talk before trying to inject himself inside the conversation. Slip has the talent to somehow be unseen by others when quiet, which even seemed to extend to the unplugged and unused large television that reflects the Coven in its screen back at them. Kenan and Sato, by the way, you have returned and taken a seat, I imagine, with the rest of the coterie.
Well, if I could interrupt for a moment. I have some new... I didn't stop looking into the building. In particular, the more advanced X-scopes. I have new information. Well... As it turns out, I don't think I'm going to be able to disable them in the traditional means. I don't think I'm going to be able to hack these. But the scopes run on their own independent power supply, a disruption of which would not affect the building or surrounding area. It could be turned off, which seems weird to me, but regardless, this could be taken advantage of. But we would require a pair of encryption keys to do so.
Any clue where we'd get these encryption keys?
Well, sort of. One key is at the residence of one of the building managers. And I've got the address, actually, to the neighborhood in Tokyo, where that can be found. And the second key is unfortunately going to be located in a small military complex within Edogawa.
One of these is definitely easier.
Yeah,
totally.
one of them is a second Inquisition holding. And the other is just some guy.
Seems odd. Why aren't they both in some form of, I don't know, higher protection? Why is one of them just held by a building manager?
I mean, that guy could just be bait. Something happens to him.
Oh.
But I imagine that any building manager just has rings and rings upon keys that he uses to unlock the building, right? That's why he has one of these special keys.
Essentially, the two encryption keys. Well, they've got to be on actual thumb drives rather than like actual analog key and lock turn. But maybe his has a dual function. I don't know. I do know that there would be no point to me trying to spoof or crack the encryption. That would take me enough years that I don't think the problem would be this anymore. So, if we can get those keys, I can turn the X-scopes off. If we can't get both, don't bother going after one.
There's no way of just physically tampering with this power supply you mentioned?
Taking backups on backups on backups.
Even if we took out one, there'd be another.
Yeah. Right.
It's just very weird that it's on its own. Like you
Well,
said.
if you were a kindred and you were entrenched within the Inquisition in any capacity, you'd probably want to be able to turn the X-scopes off from time to time.
Fair. What if that's why this very insignificant man, building manager, has one of the keys?
Right. He could be a thrall to one of the insurgents. It could be an insurgent himself. He may very well be the more dangerous one to go after. I have no clue.
It's usually the ones you don't expect that it's first in.
But, yes. I just thought I would provide you with what I have learned, and I will continue to research the topic until we go.
Are we all around the table or separate spots?
All around the table.
Right, okay. Upon hearing Slip say that, Slip, can I talk to you real quick?
Of course.
And she'll kind of gesture to another room before getting up and going into that other room with him and saying, right, so several jobs that need to get done, and definitely the tower is the priority at the moment. And Slip will be able to tell she's like very purposefully keeping her voice very low, that he has to come like closer to her to be able to hear her. She says, we have to get on that train and get that item. Canyon cannot know. We'll be taking it from his people. We kind of killed our one way onto the train there the other night.
Sure. I mean, the man who died, there will be a replacement.
Right. How do you suppose we can find out who that is?
I could do that for you. I've got, again, those 3 names I could provide you if I were to do a little digging, but it would tip our hand, and if not, I could try to find the replacement, but I mean, I'd have to be careful, and I'm good, but...
Yeah. Well, we don't want to hang you out to dry in effort to get this name.
Yeah.
But we do need to do that, because, look, at the end of the day, Canoon's gonna look out for his people. You know what I mean? And we're not them.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll take them time to find a replacement, but once they've done so, if I can find something, I'll let you know.
Okay. And Slip, look, I know your relationship with Sato is what it is. Be careful, yeah?
Sato.
Sato, from what he's told us, he was never meant to be one of us.
And I would argue that of the younger generations, not many of us might feel that way, depending. I wasn't given like a great amount of freedom when it came to that choice. I'm not like ecstatic about my situation either.
All I'm saying is watch your back.
You think Sato's gonna try something?
Oh, I think Canoon is a variable that is more similar to Sato than we are. Influence is funny that way.
Sure, I'll keep an eye on him.
What I'm saying is keep an eye on yourself. Watch your back.
Oh. All right. Thanks for the warning.
With that, Marcelino will leave that kind of side area, go back into the main room.
So following in?
Yes.
Would there be a conversation in the main room, by the way, while Slip and Marcelina have slipped away?
Hey, what's been going on? What you guys been up to? What have you been up to? You found anything good?
Dare I say, it's been business as usual.
I killed someone. That's about it.
That's like a once a week thing, though,
Bummer.
right?
Dare I say, what have you been up to?
Oh, just the usual. Riding around, looking at bands, trying to find the cool people.
How many drugs did you ingest?
Not a whole lot. It's such a bummer. It's so hard to find them in a format that I can take them.
Ah, yes. I imagine there's a limited number of rats you can convince to indulge.
Rats just don't get as high when you blow the smoke in their face.
Well, I mean, it's all up to body man. That's high. That it transfers human shape. It's simply just
And they don't know how to inhale.
I can imagine that would make it difficult.
Yeah, it makes it harder.
You could put a little masky thing on them, like the little thing they use in hospitals.
And at that point, Marcelina and Slip return to the main room.
Yeah, but I can't find one that small.
I think Marcelino walks in and says, you could always just inject them. That probably will be easier anyway. We've got business to handle tonight, so drugs later, right? As a reward if we do well. Yes? Sounds good? we can make it a party day.
drugs later, as a treat.
Drugs make me think better, but that's fair.
Right. I would say I'd like to have a snack before we go on our way, but the last time I did that, I almost ate the whole coterie, so I think I'll be all right for now. Anyone else need a snack before we go?
You just told me no.
I'll be fine.
What drugs? I didn't mean that. You know what, Daisy? I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
If there's no drugs, I'm not eating either.
No. I think we should address Marcelina's hunger before we go anywhere.
I'm gonna go into another room so that I don't eat you all. If that's
That is basically what I was going to suggest. I'll get like a cup or something, fill it up, bring it back. Right?
Okay, that sounds really great.
The television suddenly ignites to life. The large flat screen is filled with static, jumping around and shining onto the gathered faces of the kindred as their conversation is interrupted.
I'm immediately using Oblivion Sight.
Yeah, and you will see a familiar outline of a angry spirit.
Amazing.
Yeah, can I say cheese sight would be the vibe here?
Yeah, and of course you would see the same.
I assume sense the unseen's too low, or I don't think that sees ghosts.
Don't think sense the unseen is.
Sees otherworldly things, but I don't know.
And
that
beyond the mundane.
Yeah, I don't know that it sees ghosts.
It sees ghosts if they're actively trying to hide themselves.
Okay.
Question: is there a baseball bat in the house?
Oh God.
You had one
Slick,
last
I
week.
think, did bring back a baseball bat from the time we got jumped by bikers.
Oh,
Incredible.
Fully stocked, right? There's probably a pan.
Amazing. So I'm gonna take this baseball bat, and I take a swing at the fucking TV. Because that's where I see the ghost, right? I see the ghost like at the TV, or in the TV, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a
Take-
Louisville Slugger, this TV.
Gee, that's not your TV.
No, it's not. But like, listen. I'm not finna sit here and make peace with the angry ghost that I didn't fucking anger. So.
All right, the doors.
I'm gonna fucking.
Like vampires can't buy TVs.
Look, I'll replace the TV if they want me to, but I'm taking a swing at this fucking TV.
Just raising my hand real quick. Vibe check on the vibes, G-Site wise.
Vibe check on the vibe check.
Yeah.
You will see that they don't intend you personally any harm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like
leaves the room.
flavor yin yang defiled vibes. That's the.
No, I
I'm
didn't say
guessing-
that. I just said that they don't owe you in particular any harm.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking. Is specifically the like because I can tell yin yang. I'm guessing yin death energy ghost stuff, but like if want to know things.
I'll
Business as
pretend
usual, Chi?
Oh, I don't think I can give you the answer to that question.
Okay.
I mean, I could give
Actually-
you the answer to that question, but the problem is they're all going to hear it, and that's
Okay.
terrible.
So, just a quick question as I go to get this fucking bat. Is this an angry spirit that I'm like familiar with, or is it more of that like there's just angry spirits that reside in Japan that like to haunt kindred?
Intelligence
Like, what
check
do I
for me,
write?
please.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think I have a fucking. No, I don't have even a little bit in occult, but that's all right. Well,
Hang on. The Hakata.
I am
Have
a
even
fucking.
one dot.
I'm
in
a
occult.
woman, okay? I do one thing in particular, and I do it real well.
Yeah. I'm a Toreador that doesn't have a single dot in a social skill. Yeah.
No charisma.
Okay, here. If you'll allow me, I'll spend the, what is it, 5 fucking XP to get the occult dot?
It's 3.
I can't do that in the middle of the session.
I'm just saying, dude, I don't got shit when it comes to... you know what? Fuck all that noise. I'm just gonna take this bat and fucking swing at the TV.
Yeah, all right then.
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
I'll let you do that for free and completely shatter the TV with pieces of plastic and glass splinters sliding into the corner of the room as a bat whirls through the air. And then suddenly the lights go out. The room is filled completely with darkness for a moment, preventing the kindred from seeing anything until the lights burst to life, and the figure of a young woman with straight, thick black hair stands before them. Her long hair covers her modesty, but still exposes enough of her blue-tinged skin to show deep cuts, dark bruises, and other wounds upon her flesh. She slowly raises her left arm with an open palm, and points at Marcelina, and clenches her fist, as thick waves of hair appear from the floor, like possessed tendrils, and attempt to wrap themselves around Marcelina. Marcelina!
Dude, I've seen this movie.
Marcelina is laughing unhinged like, and would like to, I don't know if this will apply, but rapid reflexes to like give me a boost in dodging the hair bits.
It will not give you a boost
Okay.
dodging. but
All
you can certainly try and resist with a dex and
Oh,
athletics.
I didn't mean to click that button, so ignore that.
I'm ignoring that.
Yeah, thank you. I meant to fix the drop-down button. Okay, what is it? Dex and what?
Do a dex and athletics roll for me, please.
Okay.
Or if you prefer strength and brawl, whichever you prefer. I'm feeling generous that you have completely weird rolls.
Yeah. It's not great, but we do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
The hair begins to slowly dance and twirl around Marcelina and entwine her within its thick roots.
Amazing.
Anything anyone want to do as Marcelina is slowly being turned into a Maybelline mummy?
Okay, quick question. Could I hazard an occult roll having lived here for about 60 years, or is this just some shit I have never seen before?
I was gonna say let me roll a cult.
This is shit that you've never seen before, but if I'm not going to prevent either of you from rolling an occult roll if you would so like.
Yeah, even if I get nothing, I'd rather just say
Intelligence and occult, and this includes you too, Solomon.
I was about to ask.
Marcelina's just giggling.
Oh my god, please.
My god.
You've got so many dice in that. You only get 2 successes.
I have one more dice and I only got one more success.
Your Kenun off to the side. He's
Bruh,
still
I got
17.
4.
Takes just makes sighs.
I think everyone except Slip, sadly, and it's not worth re-rolling for, honestly, Slip, will realize that this is a yokai. And the only way to attack a yokai is to wait for it to physically manifest and attack it physically.
Well,
is this physical?
I'd say so, and being fucking wrapped up in it.
I mean,
Regardless.
the hair is physical. You can attack the hair and help Marcelina.
I was going to say, regardless of that, Slip's going to try to jump for where the hair is making the connection and just rip it.
Yeah.
Right. Daisy?
Like maybe a knife.
I was
would
gonna
like
come in with
to-
my knife.
Hang on, Daisy.
I would like to start going through the kitchen drawers to look for scissors or a knife, preferably scissors.
Give this girl a haircut for sure.
Okay. Slip. Daisy using scissors. What's the old Eveline special, isn't it?
All right. Except I'm not stabbing. I'm actually using them as scissors this time.
And Slip. Dexterity. Melee.
Melee?
Yes. Oh, no, apart from you, Slip, dexterity and brawl. Thank you there.
And the rest of us is dexterity and melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're scissoring, Daisy. You're actively scissoring.
And I brought out my knife, so I assume that's also melee.
Yeah.
But
Which isn't as much fun to say as active scissoring.
No.
what was this? Is this dexterity or strength? It was strength, wasn't it?
Dexterity.
Dexterity, okay.
Strength and brawl for Slip because he's physically tearing. That's fine. You're able to tear off the pieces of hair before they fully engulf Marcelina and wrap her inside and entomb her. The writhing mass of hair fades back into the floor as the young woman herself seems to fade to a small wisp that flies into the air, circling over the kindred. Everyone, do a willpower test. Marcelina, -1 modifier, difficulty 3, everyone.
Oh, for what? Okay.
Oh.
We out here, cuz.
We out here while something about to get possessed.
Hey.
Genuinely feel a little bit guilty about it, but oh well. It's
Hey.
the luck of the dice, I'm afraid.
The dice have a story to tell. It's fine.
Here.
Marcelina feels...
include Kanoon
sorry?
here? Does everybody include Kanoon here? Or am I just
Yes.
vibing off to the side? Okay, yeah. Just finding things on my sheet.
And who just sits at the table sipping tea like, ghost today, bet.
That's his energy right now. Just like this, yeah, okay, yeah, here we are. Good things. How? Click, darn you, sheet.
Am I being possessed? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, shit, I was right.
Word. So I'm like, hey, let me not attack my coterie today. And the ghost was like, actually, we're going to attack the coterie today. That's what we're going to do.
And now it's working. My sheet just wasn't working on me for a sec.
Oh my
That was,
God.
I think I might have done that. I don't know if I did that right.
You have some...
Yes, willpower roll.
No, I think I
Comes
clicked
out
things wrong.
with a crit. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Comes rolling out with a crit. Did I do it right?
I don't know what's going on.
Is that your willpower?
I have no idea. I'm just clicking things. My sheet
Just
froze for a
rolls the
second.
willpower again, gets another crit.
I don't know what's going
What
on.
is your willpower?
Did I do it right?
That's what I'm like. Did I do it right?
You clicked the
So
willpower
under
button,
your
right?
willpower, there's
Yeah.
willpower reroll and then just willpower. Are you
Yeah.
clicking just willpower?
I think
And then
so.
are you-
As I
and
said,
then
my
are you-
sheet froze and things popped up and then they didn't pop up. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
they're-
vibing. I'm just sipping my tea.
How many green blocks do you have?
Heck if I know.
It doesn't
Like
matter.
green-
Either way,
Yeah.
Kenon is fine. But
I'm
Marcelina is...
still possessed.
Yeah, I'm just sipping my tea.
I mean, Shiv, I also rolled a... I was at the top.
I know.
Okay.
Marcelina feels the cold touch of the wisp as it glides about their form and penetrates her body and spirit. She is still aware and still see and feel everything about her, but no longer is she in control, as the uncontrollable urge to reach out to the kindred before her consumes her. You must attack a member of the coterie of your choosing, and however you so wish, but you must make the most lethal kind of attack you can.
Jeez.
Is this eeny, meeny, miny, mo? What the fuck?
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna fucking kill my coterie. Okay,
Please roll a dice to pick who you kill.
So here's the thing. I have one extremely powerful thing, right? That was given to me. So I have like Hakata ability stuff that I don't think actually affects them, right? But I do have that one thing, that one gift that was given to me.
Oh god.
So I don't. Okay. Okay, how many of you are there? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
3.
So
5.
I'm gonna.
Counting Kanoon.
Okay, if I roll a d6, right?
Yeah.
And
you just reroll.
And the sixth being like myself. Can that work? Like 1 is Daisy, 2 is, you know what I'm saying? Like do it like that for who I
want to do it like that?
Yeah, rather than have me, because I'd rather
Think of what a good story would be.
I'd rather leave it up to the dice.
Or you could just attack Kenon.
Oh,
I was expecting it, honestly.
Oh,
no.
oh.
That's not who I was actually going to pick.
You're going for Kenon.
So we're going to go for Kenon. Okay. I'm fucking amazing.
D6 rubbish.
I was trying so hard not to choose, you guys. I was trying my hardest. Okay, that's cool. So, you guys see Marcelina sort of like freeze up for a second, and the face that was previously smiling and giggling stops. And with her eyes still black from the Oblivion sight, she looks up and sort of scans the coterie as she slowly pulls out the gun that Slip gave her, and she is going to shoot Kanoon. So that's what's gonna happen.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's an incendiary bullet, so let's get at it. I guess. What do I roll? Or does it go off?
Resolve.
Right, wonderful, amazing. Let's
It has an incendiary bullet?
No.
Sort of. It's like an acid that'll like. Eat
Okay,
through.
so it was okay. It is the hydrochloric acid one.
It was hydrogen peroxide,
Hydrogen peroxide. Sorry.
which destroys blood on contact explosively.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh.
just as bad or not worse.
Cool. So what was that? Composure and resolve? Was that the thing?
Composure, resolve, Kenon, dexterity, and athletics, please.
Okie doke.
Okay, hold on a second.
Not how I wanted to see it field tested.
Man, I was really hoping it'd be Sato.
Oh
Like,
no, are
split
you
makes
kidding
weapon,
me?
it
Like,
kills Sato.
That would have been great storytelling. So
yeah.
does my... No, never mind. That's a lie. Never
Especially since earlier tonight Sato's like, is Marcelina really that bad?
Oh.
I'm not. I'm just being possessed by a ghost. I am that bad, but I'm currently being possessed by a ghost. I have no composure to be trying to stop myself from doing this, so...
Sticking with it? Or want to reroll?
I don't
That
know.
one, that one's teasing you with the crit potential.
It is. It is. It's teasing me. Should I
You don't
reroll?
have to if you don't want to.
No,
feel
you know,
you.
I don't think I'm going to re-roll. We're just going,
That's
you
fine.
know.
Marcelina draws out the pistol and instantly fires it off, as only a marksman could, knowing that she is exactly on target, pointed directly at Kenon's belly, who unfortunately for Marcelina is far too fast, having been on edge and suspecting it, and dodges out of the way of the incoming shell that fires through the chair and embeds itself into the floor as it explodes, leaving a briefly foamy mess upon the floor that dissipates quickly. I have dates like that. Who's next?
Slip's going for a grapple.
I would say, just as in terms of flavor, you guys have seen Marcelina shoot enough times that she is very like smooth in her movements, but her body's being possessed, so there's almost like just disjointed look to her movements.
I've been picturing since there's like hair coming off of the, almost like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
Slip, strength, brawl. Marcelina, strength, brawl.
Sure. And I don't know if this would make it a called shot or not. He's very specifically going for the wrists to prevent further weapon draw or aiming.
Grappled is grappled.
Okay.
What am I rolling again? Strength brawl, you said?
Yep, strength brawl versus slip, strength brawl.
Cool. I don't really have much in the way of that, so we out here.
And Slip is able to quickly step in and overpower Marcelina, holding her by her wrists as he brings them to her side, preventing her from being able to reach any of her usual armaments.
I would like to know if it's a cult or whatever I have to do. Is it possible to use Mesmerize on the ghost to tell it to get out of Marcelina?
Are we exercising me? Hell yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, if I need a roll or cult again to figure it out, does vampire power work on ghost?
But how do I
It's a very good
exercise?
question.
Can I order a ghost to stop possessing?
well, I mean, you can try, but will it listen?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be a roll because there's no fucking way. This ain't gonna be no free shot.
Right.
So I have a question in response to that. The vampire has unswayable mind. Does that affect?
No, because
Okay.
the ghost is not possessing just your mind. The ghost is doing something on a spiritual, soul kind of level. It's
Okay.
not a mind-based power possession. It's
Okay.
possession to spirits is almost like Blush of Life Kindred.
Okay. Cool.
Now why I'm a little
I'm going to make
curious.
the wrong calling, and I'm going to probably make the wrong calling and say that vampire powers don't affect wraiths like that. I would say that they're probably... I could look it up, because I'm not actually streaming this shit. Our good friend and savior Nitro Typat is. Best producer in the world of darkness, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Does a great impression of Popeye.
The question then becomes that if it's mesmerize, it might be eye contact based, and at that point, whose eyes are you really looking into?
That's the
Right,
thing is, if the ghost, I don't know, I can't see the ghost anymore, and the ghost went in Marcelina.
Well, that's why I asked if unswayable mind would have an effect, because Marcelina has unswayable mind. But if it's like a ghost thing, and you're looking at ghost eyes and not Marcelina's eyes, like what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's hard to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I was like, oh, maybe if I have a high enough occult, or if I think about it, can Santo think, hold on, maybe I can fucking do this.
Yeah, that on top of everything, all kinds of things. There's even have eyes.
Right.
True.
Sorry, I'm having a moment over here for like weeks on the side. I've been asking myself, do ghosts have internal organs? And this question is haunting me.
Do ghosts have internal organs?
You?
See what you did there.
It's been bothering me for 8. Sorry.
So,
Amazing.
do a rouse check for me, please, Sato.
Okay.
I believe mesmerize is a rouse check. Yes.
Yes. I put it in there just in case.
Raise your hunger, please.
I did.
And whatever command it is, well, whatever you would like to try, please.
I guess it's leave this body. Literally, like, the power of me compels you. I assume that's then I have to roll the manipulation and discipline.
Nope.
Manipulation, I dominate.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. That's fine.
Oh.
And Marcelina will seem to begin to calm down and return to a more placated state.
I have an important question.
Holy
When
shit.
I dodged out of the way, did I spill my tea?
No.
Casually takes a sip of tea.
Asking the important questions.
For flavor, first I have to ask, did the ghost leave my body?
No.
Didn't think so. That's amazing. Okay, cool. So good. That's so great. But I see. What was that, Daisy?
We don't know whether or not it left.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
none of us do.
If
With
I
the calming
activated
down
insight,
side, it's
I
like,
would,
holy shit.
but I'm
a
not.
Goddamn exorcist.
Mhm. Cool.
Marcelina.
Yes. Everything okay?
An exorcist.
Would she be saying that, or would the ghost be saying that?
We don't know.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Hungry? Very.
Guys,
Do I let her go?
where'd the
I-
ghost go?
I don't know. Where is the ghost?
Does anyone have an ability to see ghosts?
Sips tea.
As Daisy's like saying that, Marcelina actually wraps her arms around around Slip and is just like hugging him.
Well, okay, so she tries to do that. He still got her wrists, and she's up against the wall suddenly, like full arms pinned.
Cool.
No.
Yeah, that's
None of that.
I don't think I did it right. Uh-oh. I don't think that worked.
Sorry,
Yeah, I don't think it was Marcelina.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
While everyone's trying to figure out the Marcelina, it doesn't let me see ghosts, but I'm going to use Eyes of the Beast, see in the area, and just look out for any weird movement. Ghost becoming solid, moving thing.
Okay, that's totally not what Eyes of the Beast does, but gotcha.
Well, it lets me see in the dark, so I'm using
He's
it to
trying,
see.
all right.
Yeah.
You can see in the dark.
I would fight for
It's
sensing
not like-
unseen before I do Eyes of the Beast.
Spider sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
But I
the
love
only
the
thing
idea
I
and the
can.
enthusiasm.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
the only
cool.
thing I can do. Therefore, see in the
But
dark.
all you have
watch
is
for
a hammer.
movement.
Can I try to roll a cult to figure out if I know how to exorcise a ghost out of somebody?
I would like to assist by informing Sato of whatever I might have read about when researching these when to Japan.
Intelligence and what's one? Is it academics or occult, whichever you prefer, and have a speciality in, or whichever.
I have a cult. I realize my only specialty is in Hengi yokai, not normal yokai. I don't know if that's
Okay.
different.
Well,
So I only have
make a
Hengi
roll
yokai.
with a +1 modifier from Sato.
Oh, holy shit! Intelligence.
I think,
Shit.
No, fuck that. I'm willpower.
No, hang on. Solomon, make the roll with a +1 from Sato.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, my bad.
Marcelina, her mouth is like kind of hanging open. You could see her tongue is like feeling the inside of her mouth, feeling at her fangs, and her eyes are like it's strange. It is as if she's trying to figure out how to operate her body, because her eyes are looking at Sato, but her like focus is at her tongue, checking out her mouth. While her hands are just kind of like limp while she's hanging up there.
this is extremely disturbing.
Sips tea.
Sometimes in a very early temporary possession, Solomon, you realize that, or remember reading, that a short, sharp appliance of outside surprise force can help regain someone's senses if applied fast enough.
Oh, please tell me I want to slap Marcelina.
As Solomon's just staring around the room with his blood red eyes. If you hit her hard enough, she'll snap out of it.
I'm immediately gonna slap Marcelina.
Great.
Just in the face.
No, that's good. Do that. That's amazing. Yeah.
Strength, brawl, Marcelina, Dex, athletics.
Is there a minus that? Because Slip's still holding her?
Yeah.
Am I technically helping, or?
Are you helping me?
I think you would get a +1, right? Because he's pitting me to the
It
wall.
will be strength brawl, and it becomes difficulty based. Difficulty, unfortunately, is 1 because you're grappled. So can't really give you a dodge, but yeah.
No, not me. I think they were. Sato's asking for them if they get the +1 because.
But if it's the other way around and there's a -1 on the other side, then that's the whole.
You have a difficulty 1 task, and you're asking me for another.
Yeah, it doesn't. It was before I knew about the difficulty. I'm just gonna roll this.
Yeah, no worries.
That's not like I mean, I'm pinned up against the wall, so hey, we out here, you know.
And that goes to Sato, who is able to deliver a shocking, sharp slap across the face to Marcelina. Marcelina, you will take 1 superficial damage, and for an extremely brief second, you do return back to yourself, and those around you will briefly see the white, translucent outline of the girl sort of leaving your body, but then very quickly snapping back inside.
Oh, damn.
I think in that brief moment, you would actually see like Marcelina screaming.
Okay, Sato, back up.
It's a violation, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, I'm activating prowess.
Oh.
If I gotta wipe her hard drive, I'm gonna do it.
Be a system reset. Marcelina about to take a screenshot.
100 in orbit.
Amazing. So as Slip goes to, I guess, step back to slap me or do whatever he's gonna do, Marcelina's legs shoot up and wrap around his waist, and she's just gonna sort of like allow her body weight to create like dead weight so that she kind of drops him to the floor.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, specifically what he does is very sharply pulls down on the hands and brings the knees up to the face. But...
Oh. Well, legs go up around your waist, so we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you strength brawl.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Probably gonna win this, buddy.
Oh, I don't think I clicked anything.
While they're doing that, can I continue rummaging through the kitchen cabinets looking for salt?
Absolutely. And you.
What do I? Is it strength for all you said?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Shiv, I'd like to put
Alan
it
sat
out.
back down in a chair that is not.
One at a time. Solomon.
I just want to hold something as soon as I see ghosts even somewhat come out of Mars.
You gonna what?
I just want to say that as soon as I see the ghost come out of Marceline even a little bit, I'm going to try and do something before it goes back in, like it did last time.
Yeah, so that they bravely
that's really worrying. And we'll come back to that one in a minute then. Daisy.
Do I find a big thing of salt, or do I find a little salt shaker?
I wouldn't be fairly modest, like loose plastic bag of Himalayan rock salt, the kind that very posh vampire fathers have on their buttered toast, brought in for them, rowed by the morning ferryman.
Okay.
Huh?
Phenomenal.
Okay then.
Right. And Marcina slip. 3-2. So that goes to slip.
Cool.
And prowess. What's your prowess rating, slip? This is
2.
Okay, that's not as bad. And that is more than enough to once more strike Marcelina extremely hard with the vampiric curse powering your swing. You leave more than a simple mark upon her face, as you do, 2 superficial damage to Marcelina. But you all do see the spirit very quickly leave her body, and Solomon, you wanted to do something as you started watching this.
Yeah, as soon as the ghost starts to, coalesce outside of Marceline, I want to, like a throwing knife, throw one of my... Why am I blanking on that word? That's an important word for Solomon. Surgery knives. Scalpels. Scalpels is the word I was looking for, yes. I would like to throw one of my scalpels at it.
One of them surgical cutters!
Yeah, one of those surgical knives.
Like a pizza knife for people. What?
Oh my.
One of the organ hackers.
The organ,
Right.
yeah.
Where are we throwing this?
At the ghost.
That's Dex Athletics.
Thank you.
Playing dartboard with Marcelina.
Yeah, so by this point, Kenun just found a chair that is not full of bullet holes or covered in acid. He's just sat back down drinking his tea.
That's fair.
Oh, that was it. Oh, shit. Okay.
That's pretty
And
good.
Solomon, you're able to see the scalpel quickly slide through the air. It makes contact with exactly where the entity would be, but passes straight through it and embeds itself into the wall. Marcelina will have probably felt the air being pushed and cut aside by how close this blade was to her flesh. And
We're all dead.
Damn, I thought that would work.
the spirit flies into the air and settles once more into the shape of a young woman and slowly becomes more solid. Solomon instantly recognizes that she has physically manifested and knows that she can be hurt.
I would like to pour a handful of salt in my hand and launch it at the ghost.
You waited You actually waited until she was physical for this, didn't you? Just so you could attack her with salt. Dex and athletics.
I support it.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Actually, just the
Daisy's
first
the
time
only,
I've had a chance to do anything,
yeah,
so.
Daisy's the only one doing illogical things right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Everybody just beating up Marcelina.
It's only one.
Wait. Daisy. There's no point in re-rolling.
Yeah, it's only one anyway.
Yeah, that'll be the most you'd ever get is one.
Huh.
But unfortunately, you throw a handful of salt that passes through the air, through the entity itself, and just creates a horrible pile of white powder that they really wouldn't like it if you brought through immigration.
So even
Otherwise, I wouldn't have thrown that.
yeah,
So I have a question. Marcelina is conscious that she was possessed, yes?
Yep. Absolutely.
Delicious. So the minute that this thing is fucking physical, she's gonna pull out her other gun, because she's always got guns on her, and is going to shoot at this ghost.
Composure, firearms.
Cool.
God, I'm glad you're not my tenant. You've wrecked this house in just one
No,
night.
the walls are full of holes now.
You're not getting the
What was
deposit
the
back.
neighbors think?
I don't feel bad.
There was a ghost.
There was a ghost, y'all.
Oh.
Be out here with a messy critical, and I'm not re-rolling shit, so... we out here... Cuz we're out here. That's it.
Okay. Marcelina,
Yes.
you instinctively rather than impulsively, as it is exactly what you've been trained to do, is to eliminate opposition. And instinctively reach for one of your many other weapons. And in one fell movement, bring the gun to bear and fire off a perfect shot straight through the ghost's forehead. It tears through the skull and lets black tears fall down its cheeks into the floor. It falls through the floor and slowly disappears, leaving you all once more alone in the haven.
Marcelina takes a deep breath, puts her gun away, turns around and looks at Sato, then looks at Slip, and then just smiles and walks out. And as she walks out, says, "I'll wait for y'all by the car."
Oh, we're leaving?
Are we going somewhere? We're going now? I'm just
Very confused.
She's not going to hurt us, right? We were trying to help.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Creatures beyond
Why would
life.
she
I
do
must
it
say, your
outside?
lack of spiritual awareness is utterly astounding.
yeah, and
Is there
All right.
Daisy has a point. If Marceline wanted to hurt us, she's here now.
True. I guess we're going to the car then. I don't want to make her mad right now.
Yeah, Solomon walks over and pulls his scalpel out of the wall and puts it back away. By the way, Daisy, good thinking on the salt. I'm surprised it did.
I don't know. I've only ever seen it in movies.
There's ghosts in movies? First they're on the internet, now they're in movies too? What is it with you?
Have you never seen a horror movie?
I wonder if someone's even seen a movie.
I've seen a movie.
What
Oh, what
movie?
movie?
I don't remember.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. I couldn't think of any like old no audio movie name. But yeah, we're going with Nosferatu.
I love that. That's what they're actually called. Is no audio movie names, not silent movies.
Thank
no
you.
audio movies.
My brain don't work good.
Assign alternate names to everything.
Yeah.
That is the most Solomon moment that has ever happened on stream.
That's one of those things that people say that have learned English but have never actually spoken with someone who speaks English.
Yeah. So they know the words, but they like don't know how to string them. No audio movies. That's it. It's canon. No audio movies.
I feel like
I love that. I will try and desperately call them no audio movies from now on for the rest of my life.
By the way, we can never show Solomon The Thing.
Sorry.
What's the thing?
It would give you too many ideas.
Yes. Yeah.
Now you've got me in.
I will help you with that later, Solomon.
Is there going to be movie night?
For science.
Movie night.
Movie night for okay.
For copyright reasons, we don't call it the thing in our universe. It's the doodah.
Yeah, it's hot in here, y'all. I was just possessed by a fucking ghost. Amazing.
Where are we going tonight? What are we doing?
I don't know. I didn't think we were doing anything like big tonight. I don't know.
Slip has the addresses for the 2 encryption keys for helping you get into the TID.
Oh, right. Right.
Oh, we're doing that?
Okay. Maybe? So if I wanted to put together like a community sippy cup for Marcelina who wants to help get that going, because she's going to need it, I think, now more than before.
Well, I could put in for it. I did slap her. But I'm kind of hungry.
I'm not that hungry. I guess I can help.
I'll do it too, Solomon.
I'll go back to the kitchen and get a cup. Any cups in the kitchen with lids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab a cup with a lid. It would probably like a coffee tumbler.
Yeah.
I also have some other thermoses if you want those. One of them's still clean.
I don't think I like the idea of it maybe not being clean, so we'll use this one. Thank you, Daisy.
It's just sometimes it's hard to get all the blood out of it, you know?
Also, I am definitely doing shopping later, and I'm going to get like one of those 5-pound bags of salt. Like, just. If that works. Does it not?
It didn't do anything. It went right through it.
Maybe it wasn't enough?
We'll add this to a thing later for science.
Kenun just sighs.
And I'm going to try to put like a hunger's worth of blood in the thermos.
Yeah.
Do a rouse check for me, please.
How much does she need?
I don't know.
I don't think there's a generation difference, so it's 1 for 1.
I'm generation 11, so I don't think there's too much of a difference between us, right?
If it's just 1 to 2, I don't think there's any penalty. And you'll both be able to slowly bleed into the goblet and mix the blood around. Slip. You're absolutely fine. And Solomon, you just accidentally let a little bit too much in there. Maybe you were excited by the idea that you were tempting fate and gaining Marcelina as a ghoul. But either way, increase your hunger by 1.
I know for a fact I don't think I could get her as a ghoul. I'm just sitting there going, ooh, swirly blood, me hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yes, Daisy.
If I add... Okay, I'm going to say this is flavor text because it'll be cooler that way, and then let me know if it's a bad idea. I'd like to add a pinch of salt to the mug. But if I know that's going to make her sick, like from a food perspective, it's just a pinch of salt. But if that's going to make her sick, I don't want it.
There is salt in blood.
It would make her
but
sick.
This is like as a raw ingredient.
Yeah, it's not sodium.
Then I'm not going to do it.
Wouldn't that mean that saline would technically work?
No, when it comes to that sort of thing, that there's a very solid rule of it's a magic curse. So magic rules apply.
Yeah.
Understood.
No.
So even a pinch of salt would make her sick. Then I'm not going to do that.
Marcelina, when you guys do come outside, Marcelina's already in the driver's seat. Feet out the window.
Well.
Just kind of chilling. Oh, maybe I'm not in the driver's seat. Fuck it. I've already been. I guess maybe there's some other shit going on. I don't know.
There's another ghost.
Marcelina is standing by the driver's side door, waiting for you all. And the Coven of Undead stride out and head to the car. After everyone has already settled inside, it is only then that they realize that both Kenun and Marcelina have placed their hand on the driver's side door and are stood staring at each other. The Kotri look on, eager to see how the two warriors will resolve this. Sorry, Daisy.
What kind of car is this?
It's a van.
The best kind that works for whatever it is that you have in mind.
It's from what I remember, because I stole it. It's a van. It's like a people carrier.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no trunk.
No. I'm imagining. Just trying to remember the kind of car I stole. I'm pretty sure it has like one of those double doors that you open up in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kenun, I was just possessed by a ghost. I'd like to drive. Helps clear my head.
You were just possessed by a ghost. Do you believe you are good to drive?
Yes.
I see. I do not share this conviction.
Oh, God. Okay, well, so Marcelina's in a frenzy check.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
God.
that seems sensible.
Yeah.
Do a fury frenzy for me.
Okay.
Difficulty 2, please.
Alright, flip the sippy cup.
Frenzy restrained, so it's all right.
Marcelina, you feel the vampiric vitae within your body actually getting hotter, almost as if it is boiling, and you are able to keep under control the beast inside of you and prevent yourself from leaping forth upon Kenun's entire body and ripping off his face with your teeth. For now.
For now. Amazing. I think, well, since I'm not ripping Kenun's face off, I think, are there any other cars on the street?
Yeah.
Cool. Marcelina is gonna walk past, grab the cup from, I believe, Slip was holding it. Cool. Gonna grab that. I am going to turn away from everybody. I'm gonna heal. Because at least one of these things.
Okay. May heal up to 2 and increase your hunger by 1.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna drink this fucking blood before I lose my shit.
Absolutely fine, and it's not warm, but it has that feeling of other kindred's power coursing through it that you feel enhances your own. And you're able to slake 2 hunger.
Perfect.
But do not go below 1.
Cool. And I think with that, like, Marcelina is able to calm down enough that she will get into the passenger side of the car. For now.
Okay. And the car starts and heads out through the night towards Kojima-san's house, deeper in Edagawa. As the bright neon streetlights blur past you, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Slip is pointedly going to be sitting right next to Sato.
Sato is very
I'll keep
happy.
looking out the window to make sure we ain't being followed by Mr. Crowley.
Your good friend, of course.
Familiar, yeah.
Is that what we've named him, Mr. Crowley?
Yeah, his name's Mr. Crowley.
That's
I love it
perfect.
so much.
I love it.
He's awesome.
So I think Marcelina's body is facing where she looks like she's looking out the window, but her eyes are on the rearview mirror, and she is staring at everybody in the back seat, just watching.
I have a question. Solomon, you are able to consume food?
That's you, Solomon.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was...
He was too busy consuming food.
I was.
You're able to consume food?
I consume all the food. Food interest.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I might just be like, Daisy, you also can consume food?
No.
No, for some reason, I think it's because of the birds and the chips.
So much easier.
Yeah, she consumes animals, not food.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
food.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because we've got a lot of people living in a house right now. And right now, we're not really producing garbage, so I was thinking of doing some food shopping. Just so it appears to outsiders looking in that we are bringing things into the house and then throwing them away when we're done, which we don't tend to do as we are. And so if Solomon and perhaps Daisy's animals have preferences on what kind of food I should pick up.
Violet also has that pet thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It was
She's
a
got that
fox, right?
fox or whatever. It's a fox, yeah.
I think it was supposed to be a fox, but there wasn't much fox left.
Yeah, it's looking rough for sure. But maybe it does still eat food too.
Yes.
I get it some chicken or something.
I don't know what foxes eat, but I sure know birds, I believe, eat lots of nuts and grapes and such things like that. Right?
Mr. Crowley's a crow. He'll eat just about anything.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
They're scavengers.
Wonderful birds.
Trail mix.
I think that'll be a good one for sure.
Okay.
Lots of
trail mix. Trail mix for the bird. Some raw chicken for the fox, because I'm pretty sure foxes will eat also, like, basically anything.
Yeah.
The next stoplight, or wherever we stop, I would like to ask Mr. Crowley what he would like to eat.
Hell yeah. Marceline will bring down the window so Mr. Crowley has a little perch that he can swoop in, you know?
Ramen.
Mr. Crowley would like ramen.
Get him the spicy ramen. That's the best kind. At least from what I remember when I was human, so.
If
All
I
right.
recall, birds can't taste spice.
It is actually true. The thing that makes things spicy is actually oil that affects avian creatures.
That's fascinating.
Oh.
The crow looks to Solomon and goes, smart ass.
All right. Ramen.
Maybe cause it, you can almost understand what he says.
He agrees with me. He knows how smart I am.
Amazing.
Solomon, do you have any preferences for snacks or beverages?
Not really beverages, but I do know that I started getting into the fermented food stuff. I started with kimchi. Yes.
Yeah.
So anything fermented, it's kind of an experiment because I can kind of just eat food. So if it's bad, it doesn't matter.
Question about Solomon's ability to eat food.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a flavor thing, but does
No, he doesn't poop.
Food? No, that's not what I was going to ask. What the fuck? I'm not interested in that. What the hell?
It's crazy asking about Solomon pooping, but Kenon making a mound of Tyrannosaurus-sized shit. That's perfectly reasonable.
Because he consumed a whole entire person. That is a whole different realm of digestive system. What? Yeah, his face splits apart and he can eat like whole people. We were wondering if it's like an owl and he, fucking pellets out, or if it's... We were curious. Anyway, my question to the ST, to God over here, is
like his eagle.
is Solomon's ability to eat food, does that make his blood taste different?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because when kids want to get high or have some sort of intoxication, they need a human to eat first, right? So
there are foods that can do that.
Okay.
Whether or not Solomon is particularly eating them, or the combination would be dental.
Do I have kimchi vitae?
No. It is specifically written in the Book of Nod, actually, that there were chefs in Nod that would feed mortals certain foods just to bring out different tastes of
That's
blood.
Smart. I mean, it's the same thing we do with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was wondering if it's similar. Well, I'm gonna say for flavor that Solomon tastes good. That he tastes like yummy food.
But not as good as Elias.
That's fair. Nothing tastes as good as Elias.
Well, Solomon, do you want to just come shopping with me when I go?
Sure, I do not.
Are we gonna
All right. And then, Kenoon.
Yes.
Do you need more toilet paper?
I swear to God.
He never got an answer. He needs one.
I that's it. No. That Sato is literally just gonna reach up and just slip on the back of the head.
Oh. Marcelina's eyebrows shoot up and she's looking directly at Slip.
Wow. But what if he needs it? He never said anything.
Shut.
Just through the rear view mirror, just makes eye contact for a moment and remains absolutely silent.
I think that might be a yes.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Get the good stuff.
Reply.
Talking of the good stuff, by the way, Daisy, you would have had a pill, by the way.
I actually decided not to take it. Yet. I have one.
Yet.
Fine.
Okay.
Marcelina told me to wait, and I also have a thing.
Oh, okay. If you have a thing, okay, that's fair, as long as you're not just listening to the man.
I'm the man suddenly? Are you kidding? Come on.
Yeah,
now.
you're like, you got to moderate yourself with these drugs.
The man in this situation would be Kenoon, not Marcelina. Marcelina's not saying moderate herself. She's just saying hey, let's get this thing done, and then fucking we can go buck wild. But
Yeah, it sounds so adult and responsible. It's like, oh.
Well, also, for Marcelina, she has seen it enough times where Daisy has taken something and been knocked out. So she's like, I could really use Daisy being awake. You know what I mean?
A plot point that is relevant.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to talk about, or would you like to just arrive?
I'm good to arrive.
That's all I had.
Yeah, I'm fine.
The car stops on the road in a short distance from the house, being careful not to be seen. Most of the houses on the isolated road have their lights out, including their target. A simple waist-high metal fence reaches out to the tarmac and to guard the front of the house. Closed but visibly unlocked gate leads the way up to the house's simple front door. The second floor looms over the street. A dim light warms the drawn curtains of one of the above rooms. The surrounding houses have been built closely together, at the cost of any house having a garden or anything larger than a small tarmac drive up front. What would you like to do?
I am not getting out of the van.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to the back of the van, laying down on the floor, and using Subsume the Spirit.
Rouse check for me, please.
Nope. Taking over Mr. Crowley. No rouse check.
Okay. Do you need to do the manipulation? Yes, you do then. Okay.
And it's difficulty of 4.
And you will start to have your own vision just slowly fade to blackness and transfer over to Alistair. And you'll start to see the world from the bird's perspective. Slightly black and white, the sound of a Nine Inch Nails track or The Cure playing in the background.
Yeah, I was thinking The Cure. Yeah, but yeah.
I think Marcelina would have been familiar enough with what Daisy does that she'd kind of pick up Mr. Crowley and put him on her shoulder, so she's got a little perch to be on.
Yep.
Kind of nibble at her hair in appreciation.
Wonderful. And then I think that Marcelina will actually take off her leather jacket and just like put it over Daisy's body. So if anyone looks in, they'll just see a jacket kind of piled in the back and not a body.
That's why I was asking if we had a trunk.
Yeah. I got you. So yeah, she'll put a coat over her and then leave the van.
Yep, no problem. Everybody else?
Slip will slide out with his field kit. Is there any signs of there being, like the little sign on the lawn or like the little decal in the window of like a home security system?
Nope. All clean.
Is it similar like to the other house we went to? There's not a back door because the houses are pretty much pressed against each other, or?
Correct.
Okay. Marcelina is gonna be stealthy and sort of slip into the shadows to get into the front of this house. Assuming it's locked.
Yep.
She'll start to.
Is dexterity and larceny, please.
Yeah.
I would like to fly around and see if any of the windows are open. First or second floor.
You will find open windows on the second floor, but unfortunately they're obscured by insect netting.
Great.
Damn it.
But I did a willpower reroll, so it's only 2 successes. But
unfortunately, you are unsuccessful, desperately trying to move the tools of the lock into place.
Cool.
You do not destroy the lock.
Okay, well, if I
You
don't...
can retry whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
Can
that'll...
Slip assist for a +1?
Yes? Did you say?
How? How is he going to assist?
Kind of the same way they assisted me with the computer that time, just like leaning over and being like, "Well, no, you see, it's a double mag lock. I think it's this brand." Yeah.
Right.
Frantically Googling lockpicking lawyer videos.
I have 3 dots in larceny.
Then absolutely, yeah, I'll count that.
Actually,
+1 modifier.
Just to add a little bit of flavor, I hand slip my stethoscope so he can help Marcelina unpick the lock better.
Oh my god.
3 successes. All them dice and just 3 successes.
The door silently swings open, revealing a tidy wooden hallway. Several pairs of shoes are neatly placed inside and placed against the wall. The lounge door is open and reveals a tidy but empty of kind space that makes up the entire room. Behind them, as they stand next to the stairs, is the kitchen and utility area, kept in immaculate condition with minimal needless decoration. The sounds of a gentle air conditioner leak down the stairs from the floor above. What would you like to do?
I'd actually like to take off my shoes, and then I'm going to kick on heightened senses. I want to see if I can hear any heartbeats in the house.
Wits and awareness, please.
I have wits and resolve here, and I don't know why.
You can do wits and resolve if you prefer.
All right, well then, that's what I'll do. It's only 2 successes. That's all right.
Sticking with it, or would you like a reroll?
I'll stick with it. It's, it's not super important. I'm just...
You focus your hearing, your sight and other senses, reaching out to hear for signs of life within the house. Unfortunately, the ambient night outside and the passing traffic from the city make it too hard to be able to focus and gain whether or not there is anyone inside.
All right, well, you said that there's a sort of kitchen utility area. It's safe to assume that the bedrooms are upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Marcelino's actually going to make a beeline right up for there.
I was going to fly upstairs.
Flip will follow. Silence of death.
Cool.
Kenon, Sato, what are you two doing?
That's a good question.
It is, isn't it?
Sato is going to make a point to stay near Kenu.
Yeah, Kenon's just vibing. Like, this ain't his quest. It is, but it isn't.
Amazing.
Heading upstairs?
Yes.
Two of you? Sato and Kenon, I mean.
Oh, no.
Or just
Are we
standing in
headed
the hallway
upstairs?
and being like, yeah, it's a hall.
Well,
Is Kenu just not going to go?
I'm going to assume that you stay downstairs in the hall.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The stairs.
Yeah.
Let not even a small creak escape them as the coven slowly ascend upstairs to the landing. An open lounge that leads off from the landing with a large television and cushions in front of it catches their attention until they discover it empty of kind and leave 2 closed doors left to explore. What would you like to do?
I think I'm going to open one of the doors, but just enough for if Crow Daisy wanted to slip in and, peek about, she can.
Just as a reminder as well, the air conditioner you will be able to hear and probably guess which room it's coming from.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, yeah, like I said, I'll open one of the doors real quiet, but just enough for if Crow Daisy wants to take a look around, they very well can. And then Marcelino will head towards the room that she can hear the air conditioner coming from.
The door of the air conditioner is easily and quietly opened. The source of the electric hum is straight in front of you on the opposite wall, over a desk with a still active computer on it, and a man slumped over, asleep as the computer screen is filled with dozens of flying toasters.
Flying what?
Flying toasters.
Oh, it's on the screen. It's the screensaver. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, so I think Slip is with me, right? I mean, computers are your thing.
Looking for thumb drives?
I believe so, right? That was the...
You want to find an encryption key.
Yep.
And then put that onto a thumb drive.
Great. So actually, I think what Marcelino will do then, I might kill this person. I hope I don't, though. Because you need to get on the computer. I think Marcelina will slowly wrap around an arm around the person's neck, cover their mouth, and just slowly drag them back so that Slip can do his computer thing.
Strength brawl. It's not going to be. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it's not going to be a particularly difficult task either.
I don't see. My intention isn't to kill them at all or hurt them in any way. Really, it's actually just to like keep them.
Yeah.
Still.
And I know this isn't exactly your best talent, so I'm not going to make it a full shot either. But I'm still going to have to say that is strength and brawl.
Okay, that's fine. I ain't got shit in it, but we gonna.
But it's not going to be stupidly difficult. So.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You give him a nice hug.
I give him a nice hug that's just a little too tight.
Marcelina
Yes.
has to approach the sleeping man and apply a grip upon him to force him into unconsciousness. Unfortunately, he steps on all too creaky, noisy floorboard and nearly wakes the man before being able to apply her sleeper hold upon him.
Great.
Meanwhile, I will have flown in the other room. I don't know if you want to finish this room first.
No, that's fine. If I can find it. Yes! You fly into the other room and find a bedroom, a large wardrobe and chest of drawers, and a futon with a woman modestly dressed, we'll say, given the heat, and just asleep on the bed. But nothing seems to catch your attention. Although you are in a crow, so probably the big shiny mirror on the stand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any jewelry about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There'll be jewelry as well, and yeah.
Lots of time.
There'll be like jewelry. There's like these overhead cupboards. Like they're jewelry. Like the actual cupboards are jewelry, and they are spewing out more jewelry in this constant fountain of jewelry. You know how people have chocolate fountains and weddings? This is a jewelry fountain.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Never leaving.
That's why I couldn't hear any harpies. Their whole ass fucking jewel fountain over here.
All the jewels back to our haven one by one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You found Pirate Willie's treasure from the Goonies.
In this random house. Yeah, I will, since I can't really open a drawer or a door, I will rifle through anything that might be on any surface.
Yeah, and you won't find anything that catches your attention as critically important, but, you know, the nice sparkly rings with a ruby in them, that sort of thing. But, yeah.
I will probably take one of the rings with me, because it's sparkly and pretty.
I figured. Yeah. It's amazing the overlay between ravens and stoners of sparkly things. Marcelina, Slip and Co. What are you doing with this man asleep at his computer desk?
Was he successfully moved?
Yeah, did I at least move him or no?
No, you didn't get as far as even...
Okay, that's cool. So,
Good to give it a shot.
Yeah,
All right.
you can try. Would you like to try to knock him out?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I'll just literally try to do what she did.
Yeah, and I'll watch. If anything, can I give him like a +1 by being like, "This is how you knock him out"? Because I don't know that Slip has it.
right.
I would imagine it'd be more of a, not that floorboard, that floorboard.
Yeah, that too. For him to be stealthy about it. Although the reason why I didn't suggest that because I know he has like I think he's using like silent ability that
Silent
Nosferatu have. Yeah.
Yeah, but that only means that he's silent. if he still stepped on a creaky floorboard, the creaky floorboard is still creaky.
Oh, I understand.
But
Okay.
he emits no noise.
Okay, so then I would just kind of guide him, like, don't step on that one. That one's creaky. It's a little loose.
Strength. Roll with +1. Wonderful Slip. You are able to silently glide across the room like a harbinger of death as you envelop the Kine asleep before you and drift him off to unconsciousness, and then carefully place his body on the floor so that you may begin your work on the computer terminal.
I think Marcelina just, like, silently claps at it, approvingly.
Give a silent, flourishing bow.
I'll leave the door open so that should Daisy want to come up or anyone else in the coterie want to come up, they can.
I'm too busy finding the shiniest ring.
That's totally fine. Understandable.
If Marcelina beckons, the rest of the
Sure, I'll stick my head out and look who's over's at the bottom of the stairs and be like, come on,
Yep, and Simon will be able to join Marcelina and Slip and catch sight of flying posters diagonally going across the screen.
I think before Solomon comes up, Marcelina will be like, man, Sato's getting real cozy with Kenu. I think you lost your boyfriend.
No. He doesn't seem threatened by this at all. He's just like, no, he's got another friend now.
It becomes very clear to Marcelina that how Sato perceives his relationship with Slip is very different than how Slip perceives that relationship, I think. It just makes her smile a little bit.
Alright, I mean, she's allowed to have, like, other dude friends. He's alright.
Yeah.
Sato can do what he wants, you know.
Right. Not the jealous type, huh?
I mean, Sato's so out of my league. If he wanted to walk out, what am I going to say?
Oh, I see. Wow. You should think more highly of yourself, Slip.
Yeah. I'm looking for this encryption key.
Yeah,
Stop bugging me, woman.
Yeah, Solomon pokes his head through the door. Did we find the key that was embedded in this man's thumb yet?
Oh, no, that's not how that works, Solomon. It's not the same thing. No.
Wits and technology, Slip.
It's a digital, like, from what I understand, lots of ones and zeros and shit, and it's on a little device.
You've lost me.
Amazing.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Solomon could put whole bodies together like a fucking Frankenstein's monster. Does not understand technology. Incredible.
Slip, you're able to navigate the man's file system, and eventually, after working your way through, disappointingly enough, not pornography, but account and receipts and tax records. Mundane, boring, 20 years worth of financial tracking and responsibility. Eventually find your way to something of far more interest to you, and find the appropriate file marked as encryption and copy it over to a thumb drive.
Nothing fun here at all.
I know, right? This is probably his, like, work computer. He's probably got, like, a fun one under the bed or something.
Oh, I think Marcelina will actually check under the bed. She'll start looking for another computer.
Look for a tablet.
Yeah, that would be in the... You have to go to the bedroom, because this is the study.
Oh, this is the office. Okay, well then in that case, Marcelina, after having, like, looked about the study, goes, no, it's probably the bedroom, and go into the room. I'm assuming that Daisy's in, and start, like, quietly ruffling through for a private computer.
When Marcelina comes in the room, I'll fly up to her with the ring and, like, drop it in front of her, or drop it into her hand, and then go grab another ring.
Amazing. I'll put it in my pocket. We're totally robbing these people. And I don't feel bad about it at all.
You're basically doing what Kenan does in Phasmophobia at this point.
Yeah.
Theft.
Wits and stealth, Marcelina.
Stealth. All right.
To look for porn underneath the bed that someone is currently sleeping in. It's a futon, not a bed, by the way.
That's fine. One success. I mean...
And I now... Oh my god, I have this image of Marcelina. Just like...
Talking about...
over to the bed. I am just lifting it up, throwing the person out of it, and like... fucking no porn there.
Nothing fun in this fucking house.
Out of there.
Nothing fun in this damn house. No, I'm not going to flip this whole ass bed over. That's crazy.
But no, you'll be able to. I mean, for one success, it's not a fuck up, but you are unable to find underneath the bed any imagery or video, computer-related stuff that you need to be a full consenting adult to view.
Fucking boring ass people. Just, ain't shit in here. But I think I'd help Daisy collect some shinies.
I assume that the person is not wearing any clothes that would have pockets.
No, I'm
like underwear and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm picturing someone in just their underwear, but then I always am.
I was thinking more like a slip dress or something like that, and they're kind of like.
I would like to see slip in a dress as well.
Me too.
Right?
That's what I meant.
It requires slip first.
Yeah, can we get fan art?
Maybe that should be one of our points redemption, slip in a dress.
Yeah, can we have fan art of that? Like,
I can do that.
I really appreciate it.
Please. No, please no.
With a computer, just in a slip dress.
Yeah.
A little bit of lace, real modest.
Yeah, nothing too risque. You're not a slut.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with being a slut. You're just not a slut.
No,
Don't you slut shame Slip.
You know what? Maybe we just don't know Slip that well. Maybe he is. We don't know. What he does is his business, right? So I'm helping Daisy with them shinies and just kind of pocketing the ones that she finds interested in.
Pick a random earring, just one earring. So now it's no longer a pair.
Yeah.
Oh my god, all the
Literally me and
really
Phasmophobia.
It literally is.
Go through, find the laptop, steal everybody's left shoe.
Only the left.
Yeah.
And what would you like to do after,
We've robbed this person.
Yeah.
I think I'll just, put out a hand so Daisy can get up on it and onto my shoulder. And
I'll start pecking at the drawers and the doors.
Okay, we're gonna
Open
opening. We're doing it. We're going through these people's things.
While they're actually robbing this person, at the same time, can I kind of be grabbing all of that really boring data? Because if this person is connected to the insurgents in any way, there might be something juicy in here upon closer inspection.
Sure.
I've got time, clearly.
We're robbing this house.
Their data.
Yeah, they can't sprint for very long. It's only short bursts, and they've got a lot of shit to take from there into the back of the van. So yeah.
Really, me and Phasmophobia.
I'll start putting them on.
I don't think we would make trips. We're just rummaging.
Yeah. I'm gonna start putting on the jewelry that we're stealing, and then I'll
just casual burglary. Just
Yeah.
burglary. Like not grand theft auto.
Slip is busy, and I need something to do.
Not
Or else
grand theft auto, but a bit bigger than petty theft.
Look, the thing is this. I can either help Daisy rob these people, or I could kill these people. And that's the only two genders that Marcelina has.
You could mix the two, rob the people of their organs, and kill them in the process.
The genders of crime are a spectrum.
Someone said stealing organs.
Here.
Spectre of crime.
Someone said stealing organs.
Daisy is doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Daisy is helping because she's keeping Marcelina busy, you know? Rather than Marcelina getting up to her own devices, and then we got another house full of dead people, So
basically, as soon as you have taken as many of the shiny rings as you can possibly fit or ever want and desire, and they're going to have no effect on absolutely anything after this scene, what would everyone like to do?
You told us to RP.
I did. I didn't realize that stood for rob the place.
I will.
I assume we don't find anything interesting in the drawers or the wardrobe.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was going to say, during the actual robbing of these poor people, about
I don't
that
think they're
time...
poor. They got gems just lying around. Shinies
true.
everywhere.
I more meant unfortunate, but hey, I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's probably
Yeah.
Sato is going to slip his ass upstairs, basically going, is there anyone I could fucking drug and eat?
Oh, for sure. I think the minute that Sato comes up the stairs, like, the door would have been left open, and as soon as I catch sight of Sato, I'll be like, want it? Like, pointing out this sleeping body, like, hey, right here.
I'm just picturing Marcelina in this fucking huge hat. The fucking pro stood on the side, covered in all his gold ring. And
Absolutely bedazzled.
With a cane and like, yeah, sure, I got you, Sato. You get your sweet little cheeks in there, and there's someone you can meet up there. I got you sorted.
I'm suddenly a southern pimp. It's how they describe me.
Sato's just going to pull out his drugs, proceed to the sleeping individual, and I'd like to make my predator roll and get me some drink in my thermos.
Please do your predator roll for me, please.
Incredible.
There's always that one game of a TTRPG where all the weird fan art comes out. And then we're gonna have Slip. We're gonna have Slip in a dress, and we're gonna have Marcelina covered head to toe in jewelry.
Again, I said my commissions are open.
Pimp.
Yeah.
Sato, would you like to stick with it, or would you like to re-roll any of those?
I don't. Well, fuck it. Drugs are involved. I can waste a willpower on this. I will re-roll.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart, you know.
That's just enough.
Yeah, 3 should be
You'd be
enough.
able
But
to
get it.
Lean over the body and inject into it and extract on one side, injected with your drug of choice, and literally on the other side, after it has been processed by the person's heart, into a thermos for you to be able to take and enjoy in your leisure at a body temperature still, just the way you like it. Slake. 2 hunger, but do not go below 1.
Perfect. Exactly what I needed.
I think Marcelina finds like a really nice, it's like a very simple, thin gold chain, and we'll walk up to Sato, put it on, like, you look fabulous.
Has it got a pocket watch on the end and you're like...
No, it doesn't. It's a simple gold chain. Okay? Real simple. Classy. Put it on Sato.
Yeah, I don't actually think pimps look at themselves in the mirror and go, you want cheap ass bitch. You want cheap ass looking piece of shit trash bitch. No, I don't think that's what they do.
Well, look, all I'm saying is we're giving Sato a gift, okay? That's what I'm trying to say.
Sato just standing there with a thermos full of very warm blood. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're
like
welcome. It. Mm-hmm. It suits you.
Oh,
and Sato.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for earlier trying to get the thing out of me.
I'm just glad you're not mad at me for that. I was doing my best.
Oh, well, I was conscious. So I knew what you were doing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, just
I was
control my body.
There was definitely a moment I was worried. Nothing on you, but I don't think any other time me slapping you probably wouldn't be very appreciated.
Be the last time you had a hand.
See, that's what I would have expected.
Yeah, but like I said, I was conscious, so I knew what you were doing.
Good. You're welcome.
With that, having Daisy on my shoulder, we'll head on out.
Yep. And the Kotri slide back into the shadows, letting the darkness that comes with such creatures slowly lift from the residence as they make their way back to the vehicle. And at this juncture, we will take a break as we answer the question of Marcelina will be screaming, "How can he slap?" Welcome back. Having exited Kojima-san's house, I made your way back to the car and are currently traveling across Edogawa City towards your next quarry, the other half of the encryption key. Is there anything you would like to talk about on your journey?
Daisy will wake up from the back, push the coat off of her. Man, guys, you know what? You know what the best drug ever is? Fucking flying, man.
I could imagine.
I start taking off
It
some
is
of the
quite a
rings.
joy.
I take off some of the rings and necklaces and just kind of hold them out and like pass these back to Daisy. I keep one.
Put it in my backpack.
So, Daisy, is what you're trying to say is that flying is a different sort of high?
Yes, quite literally.
Right.
Yes. I would agree.
Oh, that's right. You can fly too. I forgot about that.
Every time Kenon flies, you can just hear Rage Against the Machine playing.
I leave the window open for Mr. Crowley, sorry. Should he desire to perch.
He's probably flying. Because who wouldn't fly, man?
Is it like... So, when you're in there, when you're in the bird, is it just like an instinctual thing, like you just know how to do it?
It just totally works. I feel weightless.
That's so fucking wild.
I'm jealous.
Amazing, dude.
Where did you learn how to do that?
I just talked to the crows.
That's just something you knew how to do? Or did someone teach you how to do that?
You just talk to them, man. They're right there.
Dare I say that is how things ought to be done.
Interesting. I mean, I can talk to... Well, I can't talk to animals. I can talk at the animal, but I don't know that if they can understand me. It's not the same as like when you talk to them and you're actually speaking. Like, do you know that when you talk to the birds, like, you don't sound like you sound like a bird. You make bird noises.
Like, yeah, you gotta learn their language. You learned the language before you came here, right?
That's fair. I did do that. I did.
Honestly,
I might have to try that sometime, see if it works.
It honestly would have made a lot more things easier. I should have done it too. You really should learn the language before you start interacting with
Well, that's true. But I think, just to be fair, Solomon, I don't think you thought you were going to be interacting with as many people as we've interacted with so far.
Oh, you're definitely right. I hate it.
What?
See? That's why you talk to the animals. They're much nicer than most humans.
Animals are better than people, that's for sure.
I feel like most things are nicer than people.
Anybody know how to talk to plants? That should be something maybe we should figure out how to do at some point.
Oh.
Suppose the real question is, do you know how to listen?
Exactly, man.
Why does that vaguely sound like there are gawky can talk to plants?
Kenun just
Probably
grins.
Oh. That's interesting.
Kenun's a fun sucker.
I thought we established we're all fun suckers.
I am not a fun sucker. I have a
Is that
great
a thing
time.
we're doing now?
I don't know about you, but I've been having plenty of fun.
It's because you've been sucking it out of other things.
Oh my
If
god.
I'm honest, I don't fully know what you all are on about. Kenyon
Fun
actually
li-
makes a lot of sense.
Go on.
Marcelina is full on turned around like, what?
I thought things were going to be easier to understand when I'm sober.
No, unfortunately, that is not the case. No, ma'am.
I believe I may have said the wrong thing. I plead the fifth. I'm going to look out the window now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Marcelina's fully bewildered by this. Kenun makes lots of sense. We established that Kenun sounds like a magic 8-ball most times, so she's bewildered.
One must simply know how to listen.
See, that's a thing he's already said, and it still makes less sense.
He's passing the buck mostly. I don't talk poorly. You're not listening right.
Exactly. Anyhow, find anything interesting when you were peeking around in that computer slip?
I don't know. Maybe there was a lot of junk? Just garbage. But if we're worried about the Sabbat being entrenched, and perhaps our assets, and this guy might be a ghoul or worse, or some other sort of configuration of spooky sort of cane shit, there might be like some good stuff in there somewhere. So I'll sift through that eventually.
Oh, good. All right, then. But you did get the key. You got what we needed, right?
Oh, that was the very first thing I did.
Okay, delightful, perfect. Do we have any specs or just knowledge at all about this second place that we're going to get the second place?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
Well, so, let me see. He's gonna flip his note out. I don't have this internalized, but, so, to be clear, this is a Second Inquisition facility, not a TID facility. This is like Fall of London, go fuck yourself, Second Inquisition.
Oh. Oh, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, so we can expect about 15 to 20 fresh recruits and trainees.
All human, though, yeah?
Yes.
The first ones are usually
So a
pushovers.
whole building full the living, right?
Yep. Anything that we find that's not a mortal, I would willing to say they are in need of rescue.
Good to know. Marcelina has this really wild smile on her face.
That said,
revelation.
10 to 15 baby inquisitors are still 10 to 15 inquisitors. We should be very careful.
But they are living, right?
Yeah, to my knowledge.
Great.
Oh my god. All right. Nah.
Anything else?
The chief of staff might be a bit of a honker to deal with, but
All right then. Daisy, are you gonna come inside with us, or are you gonna be Mr. Crowley for a while?
Man, I'm going back in the bird.
Sounds good. If we find any way to have some windows open for you, you can slip in too.
That That's the first thing I'll do is look for an open window.
Okay. Or like a fan or something.
Sneaking around is going to be hard, I think.
Maybe for us, but she'll
True.
be in a small bird, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it might be a
that's
little bit easier.
Yeah. We have
And
absolutely got to make sure Daisy is stored somewhere safe.
Well, yeah.
We're going to need to park a good ways away.
Yeah, I don't think Kenyon's gonna park us at the front door, right?
Sounds exactly like what I would do. Yes.
Oh, amazing. Cool. That's so good. So maybe don't do that because, Second Inquisition and all that. Well, like a block away maybe so that Daisy's body can remain safe. Plus, just cover her body with a jacket.
Well, it's Marcelina's jacket. It's totally a security blanket.
Yeah, it's long. It's a long floor-length leather jacket. You know what I'm talking about?
It's long,
It's a nice jacket.
heavy,
Yeah.
full of guns.
No, guns stay on Mama, but it is heavy. It's heavy leather.
Oh
So
dear,
yeah,
I just have
Daisy's
fun.
body will be fine. And you're all fed up, right, Sato? So we should be good.
Yes. Just fine.
Yeah. And Slip can do that thing where he turns invisible. So.
Yeah.
No, is that a? Are you unsure if you can?
Here's the thing. I can definitely become invisible, but
Right.
I'm not as good at it as Daisy is, where she can hide from like cameras and stuff. And if they've got like even junk X scopes, I'm full just dick in the breeze, like they see me.
So what is the plan of
You
approach here
should try
exactly?
being a bird instead. It's so much easier.
I'm not as talented as you, Daisy. Please show me mercy.
So, question. From your little kit that you brought with you, would you be able to take out some cameras, or is that not an option for you?
I can definitely try with my kit. I can definitely try with the relay plug you've got. Matter of success? I don't know. This is Second Inquisition shit. I really don't know. I've never tried to crack it.
Okay, all right. Well, we've got options, right?
Yeah.
And you could run real fast, Slip, just in case something goes off that shouldn't.
Yeah.
All right, then. And Solomon could turn into a giant battle duck, so I think we're going to be all right.
I don't really see like the duck in that. He looks more like a
I'm only teasing. He looks like a dinosaur when he does his thing, but I just, I like teasing him about it.
Yeah. Well,
Dinosaurs are just ancient ducks.
yeah.
Thank you.
Did you
Right.
know that? Did you know that some mortal scientists managed to produce baby birds with like lizard faces?
What?
Yeah,
How
like
have I
yes,
not heard about this?
yes. They
does sound
managed
like
to
what I saw.
manipulate the genetics of baby chickens enough that rather than like the little egg tooth going away, it's just a fucking little dinosaur thing, but just the face.
Are you talking about that Jurassic movie?
No, this is real.
Humans are fucking weird. All right, well.
I mean,
Staring
Yes.
at Solomon this whole
Yeah,
time.
but this is
I was
my
going to
kind of
say,
weird.
you realize that and then he just generally runs his hand like around in the air, pointing at Solomon, like just no continuation, just you realize, and then Solomon.
Did you ever do anything with those body parts in the freezer?
Oh, that's right. No, I haven't.
Yeah, there was bodies in the freezer.
He's the only one that uses the freezer, so.
It's also like Solomon, it's different, okay? He's an artist. A different
That's-
thing.
Well,
Humans
I mean,
are just weird.
it's in my living life, I was more into the sciences, like what Lip was talking about. But then, once I moved into my kindred life and found out I could really mess with things, it kind of got almost like cooking, where it's a mixture of art and science, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the body parts are just your clay. You're a potter, that's all.
Yes.
You just more things together to create beautiful things.
And it doesn't matter how fucked up the thing is that I make. It's probably going to be alive, and it's probably still going to kill things.
Could you make a person into a pot?
Probably.
Why would you want to?
So you can call him Stew.
I fucking hate it.
Cry.
Solomon has far more class than RST, okay? Solomon is far more smart.
I'm sorry.
Inanimate objects are just a waste of the beauty of life. I'd much rather make a beautiful killing machine than a pot with a conscience.
Yes.
Not nearly enough limbs.
Speaking of Solomon,
Yes.
I have, I suppose, limited time in my own life. But before I go, I would love if you can maybe make my arms into something fun and weaponry-like. Could you do that? Or do I have to be like, blush a laughed?
No, you can. I could definitely do that. I'm more concerned on the fact that you said that you don't have time in your own life. We have so much time.
Oh, well, some of us do, I guess, but things change. I drank when I shouldn't have, and some things have changed in my
That's
biology.
right, you're infected.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I wrote that in my
We all
notebook.
knew.
Yes, no, I had that in my notebook to ask you, but then I kind of drew over it with another dinosaur picture, so I kind of forgot to bring it up again. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm glad that my impending death means so little.
Well, that's what we're here for.
When we have a moment more fit for such things, I should like to ask more questions about this infection.
Sure, I'm an open book.
I mean, same sort of. I only just found out about this recently.
Yes, and it seems rather important to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I'll gladly tell y'all whatever you'd like to know. I feel fine as of right now. Nothing weird going on, but yeah, if anything changes, I'll let you know. I don't hear like a ticking clock in my head, or anything like that. So I think I should be okay.
Incredibly annoying.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Though, getting possessed by ghosts isn't really a cup of tea either. But
Sure.
Well, if it makes you feel a little bit better, the picture that I wrote over it with is probably one of my most disgusting to come up with lately. You would be quite taken aback by it.
oh, delightful! I'd love to see it when we get back home. Hopefully, we get back home. I know we are going to deal with this second Inquisition nonsense.
Gonna find out.
I think we'll be all right.
Definitely a good test run for the TID building.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Marcelina is, she's got a magazine out and is putting bullets into the magazine.
Well, you know what they say,
I'm in
Slip.
Daisy mode. You said magazine. I thought magazine.
Exact same thing, but that's just because I'm Daybreak.
No, magazine, a gun magazine, putting bullets into it. Loading her weapon, as she does.
Gun magazine, like Guns Are Us.
Yeah, I think, like,
Guns
if Daisy would have ever went into, like, Marcelina's room, she'd just find, like, gun magazines and stuff, like the actual magazines, the different models in it, Yeah.
Kotri drive through the eternally busy Tokyo roads, The warm and humid summer air fills the car as the undead travel to the more dangerous of their two targets. And knowing that you are approaching a Second Inquisition holdout in order to find the second half of the key, what are you all thinking right now? How do you feel about possible looming danger? Daisy.
I am just biding my time to be able to be a crow again. Like, that was better than any high that Daisy has ever had. And she's just like, can we get that already so I can be a crow again? She figures she can fly around and be more stealthy as a crow than any other way. But really, it's just an excuse to be a crow again.
So would you say that Daisy has a desire for murder?
Well, yeah, she'd love to meet some other crows.
Yeah.
The only way Daisy's ever going to have a desire for murder.
There are plenty of single crows in your area, I'm told.
We can
Marcelina.
only find one that's attempted murder.
I like that one. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Committed
Sato.
murder tonight.
Marcelina. Quite excited, potentially at the prospect of murdering some kind. Not just any kind, of course. Second Inquisition. Best
Yes.
kind.
Yes,
What are your thoughts and feelings?
I've been studying and doing some work that is of my family, and I've got some new toys to play with. So I'm really excited to test them out. And what may, Marcelina knows she's going to take some people out with her. So definitely excited. Probably a little too excited, almost like childlike excitement.
I'm
Sato.
way too excited about this.
Yeah.
Sato, you're something of a fragile kindred, but what's got to be done has got to be done. What are your thoughts and feelings right now? How do you think you're going to be able to handle this?
There's definitely that moment in the back of his mind of, I could die tonight. I could just die tonight. I have to walk into an actual Second Inquisition building with a bunch of fucking Inquisitors. Fuck. Then just Marcelina. Fuck. Oh. Just going through everything in his mind, every ritual, every magic spell he's ever learned, just goes, oh, I hope maybe I could do something. Oh. There's a lot of worry.
So it's a bit of a surprise, tonight's course of events.
Yeah. I don't think he was not expecting it to be actual Second Inquisition.
I don't think anyone was expecting the actual Second Inquisition.
It must be Spanish.
So proud of myself.
Very proud of you too. I'm very proud of you, Shiv.
Kenon, what are your thoughts and feelings right now as you're being dragged along to this hideout to deal with Second Inquisition? I mean, they are a problem for the Gaki, but it's also not the biggest problem for the Gaki at the moment.
Honestly, he's just kind of just vibing, like insert elevator music, whatever. It's yeah. He's just like, well, I asked if they had a plan. Nobody answered me. I don't think they got a plan. Oh well, whatever happens, happens. Maybe I'll eat somebody, maybe I won't. He's just along for the ride.
Yeah. And, I mean, you've already eaten tonight, so this would be your second meal. Solomon, you're not completely useless in a fight, but there are few kindred that can go toe-to-toe with a professional, trained Second Inquisition. Let's not call it, let's not beat around the bush, vampire terminators.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts and feelings right now?
Yeah, he's kind of, he really wants to test out more of his Demixi abilities, but also at the same time knows that even though we're essentially head-on attacking a Second Inquisition thing, you don't want to go in throwing out all your vampire powers and letting the Second Inquisition know, oh, these are definitely vampires that are attacking us right now. So, like you said, he's not entirely useless, but he'd be better off turning into Battle Duck, but Battle Duck should not be the first option. Yeah, he's kind of just mindlessly sketching in the final lines on the idea he's been drawing for a while for his updated horde form, weighing every single option in his mind on whether or not this is going to come to fruition or not. Trying to think of escape strategies, combos, everything he can think of.
Slip. Again, not the most useless in combat, if at least applied a little imagination. But you of all people know that no matter what, this simply has to be done. You cannot get another half of an encryption key and hope it works. You have to get this specific one. Unfortunately, you have to go into an entire nest of people trained to wipe out creatures like you. What are your thoughts and feelings right now?
It's very much not different than his apprehension with the TID building. He doesn't want to go in here, but it's like a military base and not like a cleverly disguised building, so he's kind of got to go in. And he's more worried about Sato than himself. Like, he knows he can get himself out probably if it comes to it. He's not sure how to get Sato out if he has to.
Is that really a big problem? Surely his new friend Kenun might help.
He's not really thinking about Kenun.
Okay. Car cautiously comes to a halt, being careful to stay in the shadows and allow as much room as possible between them and the large warehouse-like structure off in the distance. The area is quiet, with fewer streetlights than normal due to the nature of the area being used as an industrial state, and having minimal night traffic. Each monolithic-like metal structure is afforded its own lot, with plenty of room for vehicles and loading staff. Warehouse 16, the coteries' destination, has several closed and heavy loading doors on the front, and running along its side is an elevated concrete loading platform, a door sunk into the exterior with an electronic keypad next to it, lit up by the exposed light bulb sheltered beneath a metal shade. How would you like to proceed?
I think Marcelina's gonna wait for Daisy to transfer her consciousness and then do her best to sort of tuck her body into that long coat. That way she's hidden in the back there.
Oof, I'm burdened.
Yeah. So what's going down? How are you approaching this? I know you've planned this all out, so please tell me, what is the first step in your cunning, well thought out completely impervious plan.
Well, see, our plan
Solomon.
our plan is so well thought out and imperfluous that we don't even have to discuss it. It's just going to happen. No,
Everyone is waiting
what
and
happens?
watching for it to happen.
I would like to fly around and look for open windows.
yeah.
Anyway, a small bird, large bird can get into a building. Medium bird.
I think you can have that for free, really. And although the sides of the building is completely lacking in any windows whatsoever, as you gain altitude and gain a much better view of the roof, you notice there are several skylights that you could easily sneak into, and in theory, a full-size kindred could. However, they would also have to be able to jump at the minimum 30 foot into the air to reach the roof.
I would like to go ahead and go in.
Okay. And we'll get to what you see when the rest of the coterie decide their action.
I think Marcelina is gonna just take her time sneaking up towards this building. If there's like sort of trees or shrubbery that are around, that's sort of where she would stick by. She just wants
There
to
are shrubberies, nice ones, not too expensive.
Cool. She just wants to basically survey and see if like, is there guards? Is there like not a guard tower, but like a fucking little outside office thing.
Wits and awareness, please.
All right. I think she'll kick on height and senses as well.
Yeah.
For her sight, so she could get the +1 in her specialty for sight.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect. And you'll be able to scan the front sort of courtyard area, get a good look at the door, the loading bays, and there's no security on the outside. But you're able to see that these are really thick walls, thick door. This is, no sound is coming in or out of there either.
Yeah, so the building itself is really secure, even if there is no one outside of it.
Yeah.
Would I be able to see also, like, if there's cameras outside?
Yeah, I was just about to say there's no cameras or anything of that ilk. There's not even a burglar alarm on the side of the building.
That's
Just this
strange.
numpad.
Very strange. Okay, Marceline will go back to the van and she's going to relay all that information back to Sliv and say, all I saw there was a number pad. But quite frankly, I don't trust it. This is Second Inquisition. Like, shouldn't there be a little bit more going on the outside?
Well, not necessarily. The very outside of the building is probably more to keep out people or to look like what it is. I would imagine. I don't know. I really don't. I don't like this in general, so I agree with you just by virtue of sheer paranoia. But if you don't want the random Joe on the street to know that you're trying to keep vampires out, so probably just past the outer shell is where things are going to get real bad.
Yeah.
I can try to.
Oh, there's no
that
cameras,
door.
by the way, on the outside.
I have an idea. Bird and in the building.
Exactly. Daisy, I think, is already inside, as Mr. Crowley, so unfortunately we won't know until we get in there what's going on with that. But on the outside there doesn't seem to be a single camera, which is also strange to me. But even if you are trying to disguise what you're really doing in a building from humans, you'd still have cameras to avoid anyone trespassing.
Did you check nearby trees or foliage for perhaps hunter or trail cameras style setups?
ST, I was looking for cameras anywhere. Would I have seen that? With the heightened senses and all that kicked on? You're muted.
Thanks. Nothing is sticking out to you. It is literally just... I mean, as suspicious as it is, there's still nothing more to back up your suspicions, which probably, knowing Marcelina, adds to your suspicions because there's nothing for you to be suspicious about.
Yeah. And I am going to share that with Slit. Just, look, I didn't see anything, but doesn't mean there isn't anything. There could be fucking, I don't know, pressure plates on the fucking floors. Could be shit hidden real well in the trees that I just didn't catch. There could be some weird true faith shit that's around the building.
Some weird Japanese tank-like thing that's in the shape of a human with a person controlling it.
Yeah, what the God voice said could be that too.
God just describe a Gundam?
Yes.
Slip's gonna pull his face mask on and slide out of the car. All right. I'm gonna have a look around as well.
Would you like me to cover you, or are you gonna do that thing that y'all do where you vanish?
I don't think that would necessarily help me if it's cameras I'm hiding from. I'll save that for later.
Okay. I think Marcelina will, for like a safe distance, will follow after Slit. Just to give him cover, just in case something comes out.
And Slip is going to full paranoia comb like the lawn. If there's any sign of automatic sprinklers, he's making sure there's sprinklers. Any shrub
there's no real grass areas, just a few evergreen hedge type things to afford privacy out there. This is an industrial estate. It's all tarmac, apart from very carefully placed trees.
Okay. He's checking the trees. He's just gonna double check what she already confirmed, kind of. He's looking for cameras. Any signs of like vehicles, places personnel, foxholes. He's really, really trying not to get fucking ambushed in here.
It seems safe. You don't even need to roll for that. It's an automatic success. I mean, there's car parking spot, there's spots for trucks. It's an industrial estate at night. It's you wouldn't expect it to be particularly busy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the most that you'll notice is there's lights on in the warehouse. That's about it.
So does there appear to be an air pump system?
I'm sorry, a what?
Does there appear to be a ventilation system that may be filtering air from the surface to below ground?
No.
That means everything here is above ground. No big base under.
Doesn't know, Shiv. All right, you're giving me weird looks, but
well,
it's like, second Inquisition facility.
Yeah,
she doesn't
like,
know.
Geez, you are paranoid.
Yeah, he's. Yup.
Yeah, I'm getting what you laid down.
Okay. Is there like a basic air conditioning system? Like, is it temperature controlled building?
Like, yeah, there is basic air conditioning. Yeah.
Okay. And the numpad, like the number pad outside the main door, just looks like a fucking number pad.
Yeah. Numbers 1 to 10, and letters A, B, C, D, E along the bottom.
Hey. Just real quick, I'm going to press my ear to the door because the lights on inside make me think maybe activity on the other side of that. Like immediately on the other side of that.
Wits and awareness, please. It could be quite a difficult role.
Kind of rouse the blood then.
Okay, gain a hunger. For that +2. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Yeah, you'll just about hear traces of people inside, moving around, shuffling around, but there's nothing violent happening in there, if that makes sense to you. You know, there are no particularly loud, violent noises, just the sounds of people in there.
Okay. I turn around and slink over to where Marcelina is. There's people inside. There's foot traffic. If we open the door, that's probably going to be very noticeable.
Mommy, Daddy, I want huggies. Hold on one second.
Oh my god, you got the wrong building. You found an orphanage.
Good thing I bought these bombs.
Right, so sorry about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, a question for the ST. If I use my special thing, would it go past the walls without us actually entering the building? Like, if I were to go up to that front door and do the thing, would it go past?
Very good question. I can't easily find the answer to because I'm not on my home PC.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it would be able to do much unless you got a particularly high roll based on the thickness of the walls.
I see. Okay. Well, I just need to get there then.
These walls be dummy thick.
Yeah, no, fair. That, you know, it be like that sometimes. Okay, so we've got some people in there. Delightful. Daisy's in there. I wonder how she's doing. Well, is there perhaps maybe another entrance? You know, like a loading dock or something? I think I saw...
Yeah, you saw the loading dock out the front. Like 3 lorry width gates locked down and then just a side entrance.
Okay, so maybe we don't go through the front door, maybe we go through one of those, the loading bay. I mean, they're closed. There doesn't seem to be any trucks or anything out there loaded anything, so perhaps there won't be anyone on that particular side of the building.
Maybe. I mean...
If you're hoping to not interact with anyone, Slip, I don't think that's going to be an option.
I know.
Unfortunately.
So, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What would you prefer? So, the loading docks are probably going to be metal shutter doors, and they're going to be loud as shit. But, I mean, there'll probably be an area of the warehouse where there's enough noise that might blend in, whereas the front door might be more quiet. But probably dudes on the other side.
Yes. And there is only... So there's the loading docks and there's one other side entrance, or it's just the one entrance? Storytelling.
It's just the one side entrance that is there, and then the loading bays, and that's it.
Okay, so there's really no other way in. I mean, unless you can climb up to the top of the roof, there may be an entrance up there, but it's either this front door or the loading docks.
Yes, so where would you prefer to kill people at?
I mean, I'm all for just walking through the front door, you know what I mean? But we don't know what the layout is, and so it may just be like a lobby that's there, and then there's still more stuff to get inside. You know what I'm saying? So the loading dock might be our most direct way in.
Right. So we could wait for Daisy to return, because last time she did this, she was able to draw me a pretty good layout of the building with her beak. She's so talented. We could just wait for that.
That's true. Is that something you'd like to do?
Please.
Just this
He
one.
looks very, like, obviously, like, he's super scared.
Shook.
Like,
Super shook.
like you've seen him shook. He's actively terrified.
Okay, so I think that Marcelina, She does kind of giggle a little bit seeing him so terrified. Mostly because she's like, he's a Nosferatu. Like, he's a whole ass kindred. He's so scared of humans. It's so cute, you know? So she just like...
He's a full-grown canine.
Yeah, he's a full-grown canine. He's just so terrified. But she grabs his hand. She says, look, calm down. It's going to be all right. We'll wait for Daisy. We'll go back to the van, download the others on what we found, and then when Daisy comes back, she can let us know what's what in there, and we can make some moves. How's that sound?
I like that, yes.
Yes? All right, then.
Yes, please.
And when you start heading back towards the people carrier, you'll actually see the familiar visage of Alistair, I'm going to start calling him, just perched happily upon the people carrier, and as you approach, the wings extend in greeting and a gentle caw into the night.
Oh, there she is. Nothing to worry about. I think. Miss Hart's face is...
I thought I was in the building.
Yeah, but you've quickly flown out again. You're a raven, they're not going to stop you. What's stopping you? Stop trying to not play the game and play the game.
Oh, it's a thing. You said we would get to what I saw inside, and we haven't.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. I forgot to tell you. That was completely my fault.
Yet.
Christ, you'd almost think it was 3:10 in the morning here for me. You will have found it almost looks like a stage set view. There are mock-ups of clearly urbanized areas. Some of these set pieces have been riddled with bullet marks and such things. And you'll see round about... I'll do wits awareness for me, please. The most crucial of information.
Yep, I was heading the right way.
So as you would have been looking around and being very careful not to be spotted, because even though you are a crow, it's still not normal for a crow to be exactly seen indoors, so you are still cautious. And you reach certain points and you know that you're not able to just go and have a quick look around without being seen. So in total, you would have seen 3 guards moving around their place, armed with shotguns, I believe. Yes.
Is it one big room?
This is one large training area, and along the opposite wall to the front door is one door and several windows. You'll be able to see straight across into the first set of windows, and you see a locker room.
Oh, okay, a locker room. Okay, well then at that point, yes, I would fly back out and meet everyone else at the van.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I think as soon as we spot Daisy, I'd be like, see, nothing to worry about. There she is.
Oh, thank goodness. Hopefully she's got good bird news.
Yeah, and I'll walk over to the van.
So I'll hop onto the ground and sketch out the layout of the building.
Query and possible problem. How are you sketching it out on the ground, because it's all basically tarmacked area?
It's no dirt?
Only these tiny littlest, those kind of small buckets that have got just enough room for one tree that they've decided to put in there instead of buying a fence.
I get a little pebble that she can hold in her and kind of scrape the tarmac with. It's not going to be perfect, but it might provide, not really like chalk, but you can scratch the tarmac enough to make little lines.
Yeah.
I had a possibly more creative idea.
Oh, go for it.
I was also going to say, I might actually have chalk.
Marcelina has an empty tumbler, right?
I do.
I dip my beak in to take a few drops of the blood and use that to sketch with
Okay.
on the cement.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Leave a
I'll
blood
hold it
painting
for
of the entire place on the pavement. I like it.
Yeah. I'll hold it.
I'm gonna use mine instead that doesn't have a bunch of vampire DNA.
It doesn't matter. None of them are going to live anyway.
We're at the van. We're not inside of it.
By now as well, the Vitae would have lost all supernatural properties, so it would, under any scrutiny outside of certain thaumaturgy rituals, it would just appear as dead blood.
Mhm.
But however,
my skills. It's like, I can find us.
Yeah.
All right.
So I sketch out the layout of the building, and then I draw 3 little stick figures in side of it, and try to draw a little gun in the stick finger's hand, like just a little basic.
I think Marcelino will kind of smile and be like, "Oh, look at that! It's a little training facility. How fun!"
oh, there's 3 people in there. One of them with erections.
In a hand?
Just way out here. What?
Well, I just thought you'd be picturing them sort of like, holding by the hip.
You draw a stick figure with their hands outstretched. I always see Shiver's stick figures.
I don't.
I do. If for nothing else than curiosity.
Foolishness. Yeah, no, I think Marcelino will comment on the fact that it looks like a training ground. No wonder it doesn't have that much security. Only 3 guards? Doesn't seem like much. I think we could take 3 guards.
Only
yeah,
3
see,
guards, but how many trainees?
Well, as far as I'm seeing here, from what Daisy's drawn, it looks like a big old open space, and there doesn't seem to be anyone else there but those guards.
Well, we'll find out real damn fast if they start shooting and more people hear it and show up. Hopefully it's just the 3.
Sure.
If it's just 3, that means my information was bad, and that's maybe worse.
Where did you get your information from?
Ukrainian hackers.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think between a lot of us, we could. Oh my God! I can't put that on Twitch.
Yeah, I think that's against TOS. Yeah.
That's against TOC. That's against TOC.
He's holding his gun.
I hope to God.
He's holding his gun.
Marcelina, I'm not gonna lie, I hope to God these are machine gun nests.
Listen, we're gonna be okay. All right, between a lot of us, I think we're gonna be all right.
Alright, so,
Regardless what these guards are holding, I think we'll be okay. Right, I have some new things that I can do too, so just in case, well,
oh,
yeah, well, it's gonna be fun. Nothing to worry about.
sure. Okay, so we have three guys minimum who wants to come in and boogie with us.
Right, I do think we should be careful of the guns because they might be incendiary. Those bullets, know that the Second Inquisition like to wave those around every once in a while. So, do your best to dodge. But again, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of roof access?
Daisy. Daisy's nodding at you.
Daisy, do you know if it led to a ladder or something? No? Just you know that there was very clearly an access point?
I think that's
Door?
how Daisy got in. I think it might be a skylight of some kind. Mm-hmm. Can you
Daisy,
jump?
I can't jump, but I could just walk up the wall.
You could do that?
Oh shit.
That's
Look,
cool.
I did a little studying. The only thing is, I need someone to help me find a spider.
Oh, that won't be difficult.
I just need a spider. A living spider.
Hey, Daisy, you think you could find a
Hanging
spider?
around in the bushes.
You think you can find this little spider? Don't kill it, though. They need it alive.
Do wits and awareness for me, please.
Doesn't have to be
mean,
whole, just live.
That's also just reminded me of the joke I've been wanting to say for the past 5 or 6 weeks, because Solomon was having that trouble with the spider, where he'd be like, "It's gone."
Yeah.
And I was going to
yeah.
say, joining us this week, using the hollowed out shell of Nitro Typat, is the spider that he lost control of the previous week.
Who's the spider?
Oh, no.
I just turned into that guy from Men in Black that was the cockroach.
Oh my.
We're playing VGM this week, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, you will be able to find a spider successfully. Just
I will gently pick it up in my beak without crushing it. It's all wiggling and stuff.
It's freaking itself out. While Daisy was looking, Sato was going to turn away from Marceline before doing this. Put some of his blood in a small little vial.
I think
rouse check for me, please.
I think Marcelina is actually going to be preparing her
Fair.
thing, flavor-wise.
I think preparation for that outside of, doing, because you don't want to do the rouse check just yet.
No,
is,
not yet.
Yeah, no problem. Where bloody bollocks are... Because it's a ritual, isn't it? And we hardly ever use rituals, so I never...
I know it's 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes, I think, per level?
Per level, this is a level 1.
Oh, is it only level 1?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
level
it's
one.
clinging of the insect.
Oh,
Yep.
Which is
I
really
had
funny
this.
that it uses a spider.
Yep.
yeah.
Technically, a spider's not an insect.
I know, that's what's like, why is it called clinging the arachnid? I have spider climb, fuck it.
Because then
So arachnid is really hard to spell.
Oh. I'm interesting now. Really am just a spider. Alright. Once I get a hold of this spider, I'm gonna do the mixy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that thing. And if I'm not wrong, it was because it doesn't state it, it's intelligence and blood sorcery.
Yeah.
I have it right
God.
here, and that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got it right there, then yeah.
This work.
Sato man does whatever a Sato can.
That doesn't seem right. That's not enough dice. Hold on, is that?
Oh, I'm looking at fucking thin blood alchemy for starters, not rituals. Ugh.
Oh, wait a minute. That's missing a die.
Intelligence, blood sorcery, difficulty. What's ritual? So it's difficulty 2.
Right.
Oh, they-
That should be 6 die. I don't know why it's 5. Unless I'm crazy, because blood sorcery is 3 and my intelligence 3. That should be 6 dice.
You're missing.
I'm missing a die.
Well, you got 2 anyway.
Sure, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we'll figure
Well,
it
it
out.
is
Weird.
strange, though. And you should get, I think even for a ritual, you'd still get the bonus dice, don't you, for your blood potency?
Oh shit, you're right. I didn't put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have to.
You're
Yeah,
right. I
they probably
shouldn't.
should, Yeah.
Yeah, the API automatically adds that in usually.
I know. So that's what's like. I'm missing
Like at least 3 dice, I think.
3 different. I could just roll 3d10 and just add them in there.
Well, it's a success anyway.
Sure, it's a success. Doesn't really matter unless I get a crit and I don't even have like the shot at that. And the only reason that matters is it does it all night instead of for a scene. For all night it turned into a spider. All right, fuck it though. It worked. So 5 minutes later. All right, Daisy, show me where the opening is.
All right.
Well, so is same size spider?
No. I can just walk
Big
up.
spider.
I'm just me. I can't just
Turns into a metaphorical spider.
metaphorical
Yeah,
spider. I don't actually turn into a spider. It's not like Protean where I can just turn a form. No, I just can walk on a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Sato
Also,
man.
Then I
Kennen is
will
just quietly accompanying Sato.
What was that?
Going the up route, Canoon's coming along.
That's right, you can too.
Daisy, what were you saying, sorry, as well?
I'll just fly to the edge of the roof and wait.
Right.
Look down.
All right then, come on, Solomon. We're gonna be the ground team.
Sure.
I kind of want to go through the front door now. It's got a number pad, so we can't bust through.
Well, I could.
Through anything with enough force.
It's true. True. Yeah. Do you want to do your thing and try to beep boop into there and go through the front door?
I can. I just wonder if we're gonna do that. Why did we sit here for 5 minutes while Sato ate a bug?
Well,
It was fun
Sato
to
and
watch.
Canoon are up there on the roof, and they'll go with Daisy down through some sort of opening up there. I'm certain it'll cause a distraction of some sort.
We could. Yeah. I guess if we hit him from low, they could hit him from high.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, fuck it.
A pincer movement, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Can I try to open the?
Absolutely, you can if you roll intelligence and tech for me, please, Slip.
Oh, sure.
No, just do what I did a couple chronicles ago. Just guess. Just random.
I would genuinely, if you guessed what the code is, I would genuinely let you have it. Are you sticking with it, or would you like to re-roll?
4, 20, 69. I'll re-roll. 1, 5, and the 2, please.
Right, you are.
Good guess.
Perfect. Slip is able to apply his own special skills of reasoning, and as well as using some of his more hands-on approaches to interacting with the number lock, and works out that the key is 5BCAD35.
Cool.
Give me that one more time, please.
5BCAD35.
Okay.
It's the thing, isn't it? In TTRPGs, you could say anything like that, you know, like 42H hashtag 34. And all the players are going to be like,
super important code.
coming back. And you as a storyteller just sat there and it's like, it's just a fucking Easter egg code. Don't think too much into it.
Too late, I already did.
I looked to see if I turned it upside down, if it made a word or something.
Yeah, I was telling
Yeah,
you.
same. I was like, oh, this is some clever kindred shit.
Yeah.
Did you say boobs? Nope.
Yeah, I was turning the letters into numbers to see if, yeah.
Yeah, these guys aren't TID, so.
Well, I heard him say 5AB, and I was like, wait, I missed the last. Did that say Sabat? Does this spell Sabat?
You got hype.
Cheeky.
So once we got the door open, what do we see?
The large interior seems to have been filled with stage-like mock-ups clearly used to train new recruits. Cutouts of house exteriors, room insides, and other suburban sets have been made, and even include several insulting mock-ups of kindred that look more like a child's cereal mascot than anything close to an actual vampire. As the coterie huddled together by the door, they came in, taking shelter behind a large, sturdy cutout. They can see across the wide structure of the door and window, exposing lockers, revealing more of the complex.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Are we through the top yet?
If you'd like to be. I
figured we ran ahead first and climbed up the wall, so
Yeah,
we're probably breaching at about the same time.
Mhm.
And then you would probably delicately and carefully all land next to each other, reuniting with the coterie who went through the front door.
Yeah,
What if I wanted to stay on the roof? Or stay on the ceiling? Not the
Then
roof,
you could-
the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd probably find a high place to perch on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay on
the
the ceiling.
ceiling team just chilling on the ceiling.
Because then when
Yeah.
the fight starts, we drop down on top of them.
I'm a
Yes.
pro, not a bad. I'm not on the ceiling.
Or you could just perch like
One of these.
perch
on one of our
one of us.
arms.
Regardless.
Upside down people in a bird.
Okay, so we're going to refer to you as Team Lampshade.
Yes. I think Marcelino would be able to clock them pretty quickly where they're at. I'd like to peek maybe around one of these mock-up spaces I'm imagining are kind of like in the way, right? I just want to peek around and get just a quick look-see of where these guards are.
Wits awareness for me, please.
All right, then. I'm gonna add my specialty to it.
Sticking with it, or would you like to re-roll any of them?
I should probably do a reroll. Yeah, I'll do a reroll. I can do 2 of them?
Correct.
Yeah. Alright, a little better than before.
That's a crit.
Hey! Cool.
So you quickly scooch out, making sure to remain as invisible as possible, revealing only slight amount of yourself as you are able to visualize the maximum amount, and you will catch sight of 6 guards in total, all armed with shotgun.
Okay,
Most
so
of them are facing your direction, although they're not exactly at attention or on high alert. They look capable.
okay, so I'm going to just, like, behind my back, put out 6 fingers to kind of let the others know there's 6 of them.
You're
I'm
southern,
sure-
right?
I am.
So you can do that on one hand.
Oh wow, that's amazing. How I don't know how to respond to that, so I'm gonna ignore the ST on that one. And I imagine the ceiling team is well aware of the 6 guards. And I would like to do my thing, if I may. So I am going to.
Gonna have to show me the details for that one, please.
Okay. I don't see now. I copy pasted this. I don't know if it's the full details, so you let me know if that looks about right.
Okay, I'm going to have to go and find it. Hang on.
Because I know that I think it's normally like a passive thing that I could just like release, but I know we discussed that maybe there's a way I could have learned to kind of turn it on and off so that
I remember
I'm
this
not just
power.
always.
Someone else have this?
Isaac had
maybe?
it. Isaac had it, yeah.
Yeah.
Aura of Decay.
It is the power of if you're living, you're dead now.
Yes, it is.
And he did have to roll something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a rouse or what, but I just I copy pasted from the thing that I have, so I don't know if there's more details to that.
Oh, there definitely is. It's just a matter of which page of Cults of Blood Gods it is.
I don't know if it's like a fucking thing in Oblivion or what.
Page 205, Cults of Blood Gods.
Cool.
You're like it's going to be a cult.
Stamina, Oblivion versus Stamina, Medicine, or Fortitude.
Cool.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's a lot more to it. Hang on.
Okay. See, now I never know.
So, first Stamina, Oblivion. So, first of all, rouse check for me, please.
Yes. Regain a hunger.
Christ, what's 5 yards in?
5 yards in feet would be 15 feet.
15 feet, yeah, that's good. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that they're actually going to be standing in range before you do it.
Yeah.
So you've done the rouse check, and...
Regained. And then now I do the stamina and the oblivion.
At difficulty 3.
Okay. Oh, it didn't let me put a difficulty in.
No, you don't need to. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
That's a success. And that is obviously going to alert the guards to the presence of something of a supernatural nature, as this decaying aura ebbs away and out from you, encircling absolutely everything from 15 feet. The sets, the floor, the ceiling, and even the guards are affected, as pieces of flesh, clothing, material begin to rot and decay. And the rest, how many save rolls have they all got to do now?
I was gonna say, does this affect all of us too?
No, because you're not living.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Does this affect my hornets?
Yeah, I was about to say,
no.
what about the hornets and the crow?
No, the hornets and the crow. I mean, the Daisy is crow form. I think she's going to be fine, you know.
Technically, I'm possessing a crow, but at the same time, how high is the ceiling? I thought it was a warehouse.
You're not. You have to be in the 15 feet to be.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying how high is the ceiling.
Yeah, you're gonna be just fine from where you're at.
Yeah, I think in the rules there's a little bit of like push and pull on the rules to let things like the hornets and the crow be okay. It's like living things, but the scenery is falling apart, which is dead wood. So it's, yeah.
It's magic, don't question it.
It's magic, don't question.
Yeah, I'm good.
Suspension of disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
I've also made several questions before I got the power, because I was like, if I use this, is Canune gonna die? Because he's not technically kindred. But I was assured Canune will be just fine. Canune won't drop dead all of a sudden.
Okay, I've got to make a lot of saving rolls. So instead of doing 6 separate rolls, I'm going to turn them all into 1 for all of them.
I'd like to flavor it as you do that. The rest of y'all would see, where normally you'd see Marcelina's eyes go black. They begin to look like she's crying. Black liquid, and it's coming out of her mouth and out of her ears, and she sits down in a sort of, crisscrossing her legs and puts her hands out, and out of her like the beds of her fingernails, she looks like she's bleeding black, and it starts to just pull around her and push out and eat up all that organic material.
That is a success. And they will feel their flesh and skin slowly decaying, and they will each take 2 superficial damage. However, they are also very much alerted to the presence of something supernatural.
Mm-hmm. So how close am I to one of these sort of sets that are kind of around?
You're right next to one. Using
right. Cool. Would you say, just based off this kind of picture that you have here, are they outside of it? Or are they
in a different bit, just at a further end near other pieces of scenery that have been set up?
Cool. So I would like to, if I can, kind of slip into one of these set pieces, and I want to be drawn like closer to them, but just
I'm afraid you will have to wait, because you're doing this aura of decay, and that's not going to be a very quick thing.
That could keep going. Okay, I didn't know if it was something that could keep going as I move, but okay, that's fine. That's not a problem.
It's more to do with, because you're sort of starting in combat, and if you're doing Aura of Decay, and then you're going to get cover as well, and then you're going to be moving in for the attack, and it's like, can I have a go? No, it's fine. Next.
I will actually kind of shoulder up next to a piece of the scenery that would block line of sight, but as I'm going there, I know they all kind of got affected the same, but just flavor-wise, whichever one looks like it might be reacting the fastest to our presence, I'm going to chuck one of my scalpels at him.
So, do for me, Dex Athletics.
Oh.
And he's going to try and dodge best as he can. Failing miserably.
Yes.
And oh my shit.
Did I kill him?
Solomon throws a dagger through the air that hisses through the wind and instantly hits between the eyes of one of the awaiting men with his shotgun ready, who falls to the floor instantly, blood dripping out of his body and leaking onto the floor.
I didn't even watch it
Next.
happen. I just threw it and backed up against the wall. And I just heard the
Indirect
thud.
surgery.
Yeah.
I imagine we could hear the body thud to the floor, so we'll know
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
confirmed kill.
Good.
There's a little god voice. Enemy has been slain.
God kill.
Target eliminated.
These guys are going for cover?
Are there any I'm looking for things like drop cloths, buckets of paint, buckets of anything.
I love crow daisies.
Sets.
Yeah, you'll be able to find a bucket of chicken.
KFC.
Drop a KFC bucket on these boys.
Hey,
It's called JFC here.
I'm sorry,
Pan fried chicken.
and hey, those family baskets are big enough to fit over someone's head.
Well, they're also very heavy,
What I
actually.
was going to do.
But you got to be careful about which piece of chicken you eat, because some of those chickens used to have lizard faces.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Some lizard chicken.
Anyway, if the only thing available to me is a bucket of chicken.
No, it's not going to be a bucket of actual chicken. It'll be a bucket of, I don't know, something. Whelks.
Well, depending on what it is, it depends on what I do with it.
Oh,
Whether
it'll be a
Dump
bucket.
the thing on them, or whether I put a bucket over their head.
It will be a... Oh, you've got to carry it as a crow as well, haven't you? What's suitably light enough that a crow could actually carry?
What about one of those, like, when people, when they work out and shit, they always have like a towel to kind of wipe off sweat?
I just read drop cloths. I mean, they're making set. That's why I was like paint, drop cloths.
I was gonna say,
right. You will be able to find several pairs of dirty, well-used, and have the marks to prove it, jock straps.
why you gotta be?
I went to the locker room.
Bruh, just an empty, actual fucking wash bucket. You drop that thing, it'll knock someone out. Trust me, it happened to a coworker.
Trying to make this simple.
Find an empty bucket.
Okay, fine. I find an empty bucket. I would like to pick it up, and whichever one is closest, because there seems to be no difference right now, try to throw it over their head so they can no longer see.
Dex Athletics. This is as the crow, right?
Yes.
So you're going to have a dice pool of 3 in total.
How do I? Oh, I would have that anyway.
All right. You can do minuses as modifiers. That's going to go to the fucking crow. And it's even going to do one bit of damage as you release this fairly solid steel bucket from a very reasonable distance in the sky and let it drop upon the decaying amateur hunter beneath you.
No.
Next.
I was gonna ask if I could, I guess, walk or crawl. I think it's crawling, because I think I do have to have skin contact. The ceiling towards the dudes. I don't know how quickly I could get over there. It says I have half speed.
You'll be able. I mean, they're not that far away. I mean, they're easily within 15 feet.
That's true.
So that being within 15 feet, you might as well say they're within 5 feet. So yeah.
Then if I could get over to them, I would like to see if I can spit down at them with Scorpion's touch.
You have to rouse it first.
Yeah, you got to rouse, and then it's a turn to wait, I think.
Yep.
Was it turn to wait?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I always bit my cheek one turn and then spit it the next turn.
Kind of forgot about that. Fuck. Oh well.
Next.
Well, I guess.
You've still got an action, by the way, Sato. Though I mean, you can still do something. You can still rouse for Scorpion's touch. Punch someone, shoot someone.
I actually have an idea. Rouse. Can I just drop onto one of them?
Oh, that was my plan.
To the ground with me?
Yeah.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down and take one with me to the ground.
Strength, bro.
With or without a bucket?
Without a bucket. I want to see if I can grab one with the shotgun and knock him to the floor. That is shockingly impressive. I did that.
Not as impressive as mine.
Little bastard.
Sato drops from the ceiling, attempting to use all of his weight as a weapon and land upon the awaiting guard. Unfortunately, guard sees it coming and steps out of the way as Sato, sadly, falls face first flat to the floor. Try saying that without your false teeth. Who's next?
Add that to my pile of tongue twisters. But I was gonna say Kenun just casually strolls over and with the usual subtlety does more or less the same thing as Sato, just, I'm on the ceiling. No, I'm not. I'm on your head.
Strength brawl.
Why is my sheet not responding?
You might have to refresh.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna refresh the page.
Oh, there it goes.
It went. Oh.
Are you fucking me?
Kenan also attempts to drop bare his way onto one of the awaiting guards. Unfortunately, he too was heard and is easily sidestepped out of the way as he also falls trashing. Do you have been given a reroll from Blobby Boo?
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for helping our coterie.
Is that just, do I just hit the strength brawl again, or is like...
Yeah, you can do strength brawl, you can just hit the actual reroll button results thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a full reroll of every dice.
Okie doke.
Yay, much better.
Yeah.
And that was on that guy there, so there you go. Kenan successfully drop bears his way from the ceiling down onto the awaiting guard, easily overpowering him and sending him crashing to the floor almost as he backs away from the new target directly in front of him. Slip. I think you're the only one left.
Yep. So Kenun just dropped on the guy that dodged Sato.
Kenan just dropped on a different guy.
Okay, so the very thing that Slip was very worried about in the car possibly just happened, so he's unseen passage and then just barreling into this guy, like full spear him with the shoulder.
You trying to do damage? Or are you trying to grapple him, restrain him?
Just trying to like run into him, like definitely hitting him, like do damage.
Strength, bro. And he's going to try and dodge.
Then I'll rouse for unseen passage. So I'm trying to approach unbeknownst.
Oh, then he can't dodge because he can't see.
Ah. In that case, it's going to end up being stealth roll first of all. So, wits awareness. So you need to do dex and stealth. Yes, his wit and awareness first of all.
Oh. Oh boy.
What would you like to do, Slip?
If I re-rolled the 1 and got a 1, would I get it?
If you got one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This would be
because
a
you're the
tie.
aggressor.
Yeah.
Actually, you are not the aggressor in this instance. You are on the defense.
Oh,
Because
This
he's
is
trying
for
to
a
find
stealth
you.
check.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, then I think he notices me last second or some shit. Yeah, nothing I can do. I just
You come in.
Well, that's fine. And all that means is that it's not a stealth attack.
yeah.
So you can still go ahead and do strength brawl. It just
okay.
means that he gets a chance to defend, whereas if it was a stealth attack, it would be a difficulty 1 task.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Lord, what's up with all these beasts?
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Dropped the bucket on the wrong guy.
Slip. Would you like success at cost?
Who? For Sato, yes.
Aww.
Aww.
I've never taken success at cost ever.
That me and Solomon are just aw. Cry. From behind the wall. Aw.
The whole car ride over, this is all he could think about.
He's taken success at cost before.
I think I have.
Still just pulls more scalpels out.
Definitely. Because
that's adorable.
Cocks
you were like,
pistols.
yeah, I'll take the success at cost, Shiv. I do specifically remember that sentence.
I actually think it might have been when Marcelino was trying to eat Slip.
Oh yes, diablerie was on the table. Yeah, there are certain things I'll take it for.
Yeah, you know.
This is his first time taking it for somebody else.
Yeah. I always thought he was more of a giver than a taker.
For sure.
Tragic.
Slip bounces forward, letting the beast inside of him take control of his entire body for just a moment. All 4 of his broken, jagged fangs extend, and he forces the man to the floor as he rips directly into the man's cheek and begins to drain him of every drop of vitae in his body through hatred. You may slake 5 hunger and go down to 0, but you will take 2 humanity stains.
It is done.
And you've just
says to
been
Solomon.
given a reroll in time for whatever it is next, but it's too late for humanity loss.
I Marcelina says to Solomon, "Aw, that's so precious. How romantic."
Health mission, Marcelina. Stay on task.
Oh, right, that's right. She's just bleeding like a fucking weird Icar shit. Just like, oh, duh. Pulls out her gun.
And looking at the time, that's where we're going to call it
Ah, damn.
for this week's Nihon Nights, just as the Second Inquisition are about to start their combat round.
Oh, good.
I think they're at penalties, though, given that they're all, like, decaying and shit, so.
One's got a bucket on
And
his.
they're not very... They are grunts.
Yeah, someone's got a bucket on their head. You know, they're gonna have a hard night,
Yeah.
for sure.
They're Skyrim FPCs at this point. So, all of our characters have been made with the use of the unofficial B5 Player's Guide from our buddy Bully over on TableGoth. You can check that out in the link provided. Probably not in sync with me telling you about the link that's provided, but now you know why that link's there. That said, Marcelina, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chastity. You can find me all over the internet as the Risa Rave. This is what I do. I do TTRPGs. I'm here at Table of Horrors. I am also on TableGoth's channel. We are doing a Regency era V5 game. That comes out on the 11th, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I am also with Lanyap Gaming. A new thing that's coming. Content will be out soon, in August to be exact. So if you would like any updates on that type of stuff, just follow my Twitter. Yeah, that's about it.
Lovely jubbly. Slip, who I have banked your reroll for next time. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find...
Yeah, I variety stream here on Twitch over at Vamp Daddy, and I'm on Twitter at Vampire Father.
So, who are you, you gorgeous creature? What do you do, you sexy thing? Let's find out and fuck.
I'm Softy of the Softonomicon. I got my Softonomicon on basically every single social media, including here on Twitch. I'm currently running desperately forward towards TennoCon next Saturday. Hopefully we'll make it. And I am Shiv's hedgehog husband, and I am happily here as many Fridays as I can be.
And we're very grateful. Kenon, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? We already know about arson. Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. You can find me on Twitch doing ghost crimes, Daybreakathon. I've, written a couple of novels available on Amazon. I do art sometimes. Commissions are open. You want to get any of those fun fan art pics drawn? That's about it. My dog says hi.
If anyone is wondering, if you want an example of some of Day's work, they did their own portrait. And if you want an example of some of Softy's work, I believe are we showing the right one that Softy made of Softy's character? That Softy.
No, that's Day's work, but my avatar is me.
Oh yeah,
There
I
we
did
go.
my work for Slip and Sato and Kanoon. And Softy did Softy.
Yes.
And I'll do Softy later. Daisy.
Promises, promises.
Daisy, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am Ms. Hearts, and Daisy hasn't been here much lately because Ms. Hearts is busy. Lots of things going on. Yesterday, I rescued a bat. Her name is Erzabet. She is safely in the hands of the Austin Bat Rehab. And I am doing a fundraiser.
Bat City bombshells.
That's later.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of yourself. Anyway, I'm doing a fundraiser for the Austin Bat Refuge. So if anyone would like to donate to that and help Erzabet and the rest of her buds out, that would be awesome. Next weekend at Carousel Lounge on Saturday the 16th, which is also my birthday, I will be belly dancing. On July 29th, I will be doing drag as Mel Mac in Bastrop. Link is in my link tree. The actual location is secret until you buy a ticket. Yes?
You're doing drag in what?
It's called Bastrop. It's a city outside of Boston.
Oh, right. I thought that was the name of a character and you were just doing these races in cosplay.
Anyway. And then the week after that, August 6th, I will be doing burlesque with the Bat City Bombshells at Kick Butt Coffee. And you can find me just about anywhere else as Ms. Hearts. And if you need graphic design or promotional products, go to gibopromo.com.
Lovely jubbly. Nitro, a wonderful producer who has thankfully kept the show going since I've had to come back to UK. Without you, thank you, there would be no show. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
It's me. I'm Nitro. I do good with OBS sometimes when my brain works. Other than that, I retweet stuff on Twitter. So go follow me if you like what you see there. Might have stuff in the future here on the channel. Currently working on that. I had a bit of a busy week last week and the week before. But I'm definitely going to try and hammer that out better in the near future. So keep an eye out for that.
Lovely jubbly.
Also, when you said that they did arson, it's not called arson. It's called crime brulee.
Very nice. Check out our links down below for YouTube, for previous episodes, previous games, other games that we do. Twitter link, Discord link, and of course our play-by-post is still going on. I believe it's just been a bit quiet lately because summer. But yeah, check out play-by-post. It'll be fun. We will go a raiding on... who are they? Oh, that looks flash. We'll go raiding on Lost Tribes Gaming, who are playing Vampire the Masquerade. But of course, legally, we are not allowed to leave until Slip says the line.
Get off, Sato. Blah, 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 blah.